My name is David Gokhshtein. Alongside here, Akil Patterson. What's going on, Mr. Patterson?
Another great day in Zamunda. Another beautiful day in Zamunda, David.
Listen, you can catch us on Twitter Spaces as well. The room is open. You can obviously, if you've made it here, you know about us. We're on YouTube Live, and we do this at 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. from Mondays to Thursdays, Eastern Standard Time. Only Mondays through Thursdays. Fridays, listen, we take a break. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we deserve to rest a little bit. If there is news, we might hop on and do 15 minutes of covering that stuff. But otherwise, we're chilling, getting some sun in before winter comes and winter fell.
Winter is already here for some people.
Is
It's
it?
crypto winter. It's crypto winter, baby. Crypto winter
You
is
think
here.
so? You think
Listen,
so?
man. Yeah, I think we're in a bear market. We've been in a bear market for the last year. Most people didn't recognize it because when the bottom fell out, they only felt it when Luna hit. But overall, I mean, we've been in crypto winter for about a year now. I said it before. I settled into my role. I'm gonna take my little 10% on the side, and I'm gonna be happy. That's about it.
So right
Oh,
now, I'm just putting everything out there for the people. The people are excited to see us in the morning. Nice T-shirt there. I wonder where you can get one.
you know what? They're gonna be available on Gokhsteinmedia.com. We're gonna be selling them, but be careful going out there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, non-binaries included. You will get attacked for wearing this shirt. I mean, I got people rubbing my chest when I walk down the street now. I mean, and old black women love them a thick black man. So, I'm a little thick. So they come over and they want to rub their hands on my chest. Um, but I have to tell them, ladies, I'm taken. And gentlemen.
Um, thank God, thank God nobody on Spaces heard this. Thank God nobody on Spaces heard this. By the way, let me just introduce us on Spaces. What is going on, people on Spaces? Uh, of course, I get a phone call out of nowhere. Uh, but like, what's going on, people on Spaces? We're on YouTube right now. If you want, you can always watch us live on YouTube. My name is David Gokhshtein, alongside Akil Patterson. Patterson, what is happening? What is happening, man? I am hyped today.
Another beautiful day in Zamunda, David. Another beautiful day. 6 feet above dirt beats the alternative here with Gokhshtein Media. Hey, I got this Gokhshtein Media shirt on. I got one in my photo, my PFP on online. Make sure you guys get ready to go check out our store when it opens up. Get you one of these because I'm telling you, it's that soft cotton. It's that soft stuff. It's a little fitting around the chest. It makes me look like I have like muscles and not man boobs.
So something like this, does it make you look like? Is it that? Is
You
it?
know what? Is that one of those shirts from Going Parabolic?
No. But go. Listen. Hey, listen, Jason, Eric, Norris, get them shirts over to us, man. Get them hats and shirts over to us. Listen, I love the hat. Shout outs to Going Parabolic. Love the hat. But no, listen, we went especially. Shout outs to Michelle. She went and made sure to get us the best quality shirts out there. Yes, again, our merchandise will not feel like sandpaper when you wear it. It feels like once you put it on, you can go right to sleep literally for the next 8 to 10 hours and wake up super refreshed with no bags under your eyes. How about that?
I wish somebody would give me some bags under my pillow because my crypto bags need to be filled. They need to be filled. But I did just recognize. Listen, the beauty of staking. I wanted to say the beauty of staking. Right now during crypto winter, everybody's complaining like I don't have any money. I can't buy crypto. I've got some crypto staked, and I just keep thinking I'm getting free money here. Like that, I'm getting free money. Like literally, and some of them allow me to draw out. So like I'm getting free money on some of the staking things that I'm staked, and I've literally been like, well, I'll just pull that out and I'll go shopping with that this week. Like I keep thinking, I'm like, that's free money. I'm getting free money. Like, yeah, I'll pay taxes, but shit, I gotta pay taxes anyway. So whatever, but it's free money. I
Listen,
like staking.
how about the people staking their Luna on Voyager?
Ooh, Voyager. Oh man. So oh man, I'll
You
tell
didn't
you
get
guys a
it?
story.
You didn't get it?
I got it.
All right. I'm just saying, like,
So, so I'm telling you, it's weird that you brought that up, David. So, one of my best friends down in California, she texted me last night, and it was funny. She goes, "Akil, I've made $18,000 on Luna Classic." I was like, "Awesome!" She's like, "It's on Voyager."
that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
That
Woman's
literally
got
is.
kids in college. She's like, that's a tuition bill for this year. And she's like, it's stuck on fucking Voyager because Voyager decided they were going to take your assets, freeze them, and now you've got to raise your hand like a kid in the queue going to the potty for the teacher. You got to raise the hand saying, "I gotta go. Can I have my pass now? Can I get my money?" Sick. You know what, Voyager? You just got bought out by FTX anyway, didn't they? So now it's like, oh, we've got to redo things and we've got to figure out how this is going to work, how people are going to get their money back. Bullshit. Literally
Do you know
bullshit.
they're up for auction though?
Huh?
They're up for auction now.
Well, are they chapter 11 or chapter 13?
The chapter something,
Okay.
but I just know that they're up for auction. So if you feel like buying an exchange with a name, they did market. They did put their labels on NASCAR and stuff like that. So I mean, it wouldn't be a bad play to for the right person to get into it, buy it super cheap, and rebuild the brand.
You mean like be a guy named Sam and just buy it?
Sam's buying everything.
Yo, Sam is on a Sam is that girl. I'm gonna use that for any of my community members. Sam's that girl that couldn't buy that really pretty dress in high school, and then all of a sudden goes on a spending spree and buys like the entire Gucci store just to prove that they can afford it now. Yeah, Sam's just out there doing that, just buying Gucci and not even wearing the shit. Still wearing Bobos from the prison, the orange shoes.
You and your bobos, bro. And speaking of FTX, like, what's up with GameStop?
Yo, so GameStop and FTX, don't know how this occurred. I don't know what happened. It's like they woke up one morning and just became partners. So FTX, GameStop officially partnering in the crypto market. And it's weird, right now because GameStop also has this huge partnership with Illuvium. So the fact that this kind of like just jumped out there, and this happened last night. So FTX, the video gaming retailer, disclosed a new partnership in the crypto exchange FTX. Sharing of the company rose more than 6% pre-market Thursday morning. Let me just say it again. They're up 6%. The GameStop, the GME, the people who kicked off the meme stock, they're up 6% this morning. And the second fiscal quarter ended in July 30th. The company's total share dropped by $1.1 billion from its $1.18 billion a year ago. So the losses can make some people concerned. GameStop's results cannot be compared with estimates because too few analysts covered the company. It did not provide financial outlook and hasn't provided one since the last quarter of the pandemic. So you really didn't know what GameStop was doing. They didn't have that financial analyst. They didn't have anyone saying where their money was going to be going. They then brought in folks from Amazon. They brought in people from the Bed Bath and Beyond, and now they are really leaning in to the metaverse. And so they say that this new initiative is about $900 million. So they're definitely spending some cash to make this thing happen, but it's going to change the entire market. So the NFTs that are going to be traded on FTX will have the same ability on the GameStop NFT platform. So weird stuff happening in the market with those folks, but I think FTX, like we said yesterday, who the fuck uses them?
I'm telling you, I've never used FTX in my life, and I have never heard somebody, reach out to me or during the conversation say, "Yeah, I use FTX." Like, no, like I've never heard anybody use FTX. Never. If I would probably never know about FTX if it wasn't for all the press that Sam gets. Honestly, I would never know about FTX.
Well, FTX, I mean, as much money as they're going to, I mean, they're just buying people. I mean, FTX was reportedly going to go do some stuff with Voyager for, what are they, when they did the not reclassification. Oh, good Lord. You know what? This is when you get stupid brain. I smoked too much pot last night or something. But, oh shit. Reorganized. Damn, I couldn't even say the word. They're reorganized. They're doing a restructuring, and they're selling. FTX is there in the rooms while they're doing this. I know that was happening. I think I've even heard, and this is some insider information. I heard everybody's looking to either get out and sell right now. A lot of exchanges are looking to get out and sell. They're looking to sell to somebody. So this is kind of part of that world. It's par for the course. It is a community that is struggling. The Voyager folks are hurting. GameStop FTX partnership makes somewhat sense, but again, I'm concerned. I'm really concerned. They got Tom Brady. That's about it. And I fucking hate Tom Brady.
You're concerned about Tom Brady?
Yeah, because FTX pays Tom Brady, and I hate Tom Brady.
Why do you hate Tom Brady?
In the same year, he got 2 models pregnant. Fuck him.
Hold on. You're hating on him because he got 2 models pregnant?
Exactly. Like that dude has the luckiest rabbit foot placed somewhere in between the crack of his butt and his inner thigh. I mean, I'm serious. This guy gets whatever he wants. 41 years old, can still play ball. I give him respect. He is the GOAT. I give him respect there.
Isn't he 45? He's 45.
Is he 45?
He's 45.
I thought he was like 42.
No, that's what happens when you're married to a supermodel and you have Botox available to you.
What do you say? It's like Tom. Yeah, he is 45. Damn.
It's 45.
Yeah, it's like it's not that we're ugly. It's just that we're not rich.
There you go. That's the same, right?
Yeah, you're not ugly. You just ain't rich.
What about this thing that we talked about on Late Night News? Gokhshtein Media's Late Night News. We talked about it last night about the Fed. This new Fed guy, who's
So just so you know about Mike Barr.
Yeah, this guy. What's this clown trying to do, man?
Well, the Federal Reserve has a new banking regulator outlined on a board agenda, and it's coming with a new Fed Reserve governor. So the Fed governor, Mike Barr, whose title of vice chair of supervision gives him broad powers over the nation's banks, gave his first policy speech before being confirmed by the Senate. Among those things that he's decided that he wants to do, he wants to help regulate to better assess the long-term climate-related fiscal effects of crypto. I don't understand how that even has a play in our world. He wants to see how crypto will impact the environment and also how it's going to impact a majority of Americans. Using some information from the Brookings Institute, he's plowing ahead, but he doesn't actually have oversight authority, which I think it's their overreach. I mean, there are congressional Republicans and saying like, look, this isn't your lane yet. We haven't decided who gets this. The courts haven't decided who gets this. So, I mean, in their opinion, they're saying back the fuck up.
And why don't he start looking about, like I said this last night, he should be really concerned about how much energy is wasted when the United States continues to print money every single day. And in order to print money, you need machines, and those machines look really big, and they look like they need a lot of electricity. So how much energy is being spent printing all that money that we are not using here, but we're sending elsewhere? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm with you, Deji, on this one. I'm a big fan. I don't want to say it because then somebody will be like,
You're a big
"You're a
fan of who?
nationalist." I'm not a nationalist, but I hate even saying America first because then somebody's like, "You're Donald Trumpian." I'm like, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you're going to spend money anywhere, you should spend it in your own country first and foremost for your people as best as you can, while not giving up national security secrets or anything like that.
Kind of like
But
if you have a friend who has a store and you're friends with this person and they just open up a store, you would go there to pick up an item versus just going on Amazon and getting the same item because you'd be supporting your friend and you'd be supporting small business kind of thing, right?
yeah. And also, I'm not asking for the hookup from my friend, right? Because we all know that's like the killer of every small business. It's like, yo, let me get the hookup. Let me get the hookup. You're like, yo, this is a business, jackass. Like, I got to make money. I'm already working on thin margins anyway.
Jesus Christ.
What you haven't heard that before? Nobody. Listen, you give friends a hookup after you're like a year into it, 2 years into it. You
Everybody
got
who comes from marketing to G Media, they're like, yo, can we get a hookup? Yeah, absolutely. You know what? We want to do free marketing for you. How about we just brand your product for free? Allow you to make millions of dollars, but we're gonna go ahead and do no pro bonos here and like boom, help you out. God damn it! I know how that feel. I know how it feels. I really do know how it feels. And also, before I want to touch on this article. We talked about it on late night news last night. Did you see this article from Forbes about sell your Bitcoin right now?
yeah, that's stupid. That is so stupid. It's almost like, you know what? Well, I sent you the article last night about, the whole El Salvador thing. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, it's not doing what it was supposed to do. It's not at 200,000. Get rid of it. Yo, hey, dummies. Yeah, you dummy. I'm looking at you. It's done this before. Chill the fuck out.
You know, my biggest problem is somebody went online and said, like some random person, even within the rooms or anybody who's watching says, well, sell your, or anybody with a big platform, right, goes out there and says, hey, sell your Bitcoin. What would happen to them?
Oh, they're gonna get dragged.
But yet, what happens to the media when, like let's say CNBC in 2017, when they went out and said, you know, hey guys, buy XRP when it was at $3 and somewhat cents, or I think it was like 280 or some shit like that, and they told everybody, hey, buy XRP. But yet, somebody goes on to social media and says that they're crucified. So it's okay for the media to go ahead and say it, but it's not okay for somebody to go ahead and give their thoughts on it and say buy. Like, no, listen, nobody's a financial advisor in here, at least not that I know of. But there should be, people should be held to the same standards. No, I'm just saying, putting it out there.
No, you're not. No, why, David? Why would he hold you to the same standards? Why would you want to have the same level of accountability as me? Like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, the company versus the individual. Like, why should the individual be held under more strict scrutiny than the company, who has actually attorneys and people on staff to like advise them, not some guy who just says, "Look, I made a YouTube channel and now I'm getting crucified publicly, and now I can't defend myself, and I ain't got the resources of a major company." It's trash, but I don't. I'm not selling Bitcoin. I'm not. I do take profits at times because I need to buy other crypto. But that's the degen in me. But we got to make money too. We got to make money too. And so, crypto folks, this is not financial advice, but don't listen to CNBC or MSNBC or Fox. Don't listen to any of them. Don't listen to Newsmax. They're all idiots. Like their crypto market team are 48-year-olds who graduated from MIT that have autism and don't actually know anything about crypto. But if you graduate from MIT and you know things about crypto, I'm all for it.
Jesus, mute yourself now. Uh, Second, I want to touch on oh yeah, so about Ethereum, right? Um, so Ethereum, the merge has started. The merge has started, and there's somebody who continues to say that it's not going to happen. There's somebody who literally hates. And we're going to touch on this. We'll bring up a few people to touch on this topic. We should touch on this as well. But I think this is going to, Ethereum and the whole merge 2.0 is going to happen. It's going to be beautiful. But we have people like Jessica that just continue to bash it. And they've started groups and spaces to talk about, they've actually gone to spaces and prayed in Spanish. Like literally, they've begun to pray and even have gone as far as praying in Spanish. It's crazy the amount of hate Ethereum's getting for doing something that might revolutionize the entire space. Like, what do you think about this, man?
Why are you gonna throw Jessica under the bus? You know what? You owe her a pumpkin spice latte for that, man. You owe Jessica a pumpkin spice latte. Again, everybody just get into Jessica's DMs and start sending her um, pumpkin spice lattes. That's just something that I think we all should do. But regardless of that, yo, what about your homeboy, head of like those one of the largest Bitcoin mining groups, just bashing on him, Dennis Porter. Dennis is
Yeah, I
Dennis,
think
Dennis has been shitting on Ethereum like Ethereum's gonna destroy the world. I keep asking Dennis, I'm like, how? How is Ethereum going to proof of stake instead of proof of work going to destroy the world? Well,
I
because
think
the validators aren't going to be the same. Like, please explain this to me.
I think Dennis is, I like Dennis. I think he's out of bounds on this. This is what happens when you become tribal. You don't sit back and analyze everything without the blinders on, and it does affect your vision. You don't have to like Ethereum. I think the biggest problem with Bitcoin maxis is that they can't get over the fact that there are other things within the space that are building, and they see everything as a threat. Like really, I really do believe they see other legitimate projects as a threat when they don't need to, because nobody's going to really compete with Bitcoin. Nobody's trying to compete with Bitcoin. People aren't even looking at Bitcoin in that way. They're just focused on their own protocols, and whatever happens, happens. Listen, at the end of the day, man, like you could say all you want. Hey, I could have been screaming on MySpace, like all I want. Like I could have been out there being like, "Yo, MySpace is the greatest thing." Yo, this, that, and the third, and everybody's still going to Facebook. Like people will put value on things. Period. Said and done. And as this space continues to evolve, who the fuck knows who will be left standing? I've said this so many times, you guys. This is like super repetitive. Like if poop coin becomes the global currency and starts to dominate the space, it is what it is. As long as it works, right? Are we here to go ahead and make sure that we have something here that we build that actually works and fixes the monetary system? I mean, like, isn't that what we're here for? I mean, I really do believe if I sat down with Satoshi, he or she would agree with what I just stated. At the end of the day, we're trying to create something that works.
If you sat down with Satoshi, not only would I say, tell me where you're at right now and don't tell anyone else, I'll take care of it because we're getting those keys. We are getting the keys to that fucking wallet, and we are listen. At that point, I want everybody to know this: David and I will crash the entire market that day. That day, we will crash the entire market.
Actually, like being that I am a hodler and I do have Moverine hands. I don't call them diamond hands. These are Moverine hands. Yeah, I think I would. What I'd sell. Peace. Deuces. peace. Like, unless of course somebody accepts Bitcoin. Like, if you accept Bitcoin for your island, let's make this transaction happen. If you don't,
Bingo.
peace. I'm out.
What up, Alex? What up, Alex, homie?
What's going on? Yeah, I hear a lot about financial system, and I think that's what Bitcoin really is. It's pretty simple. I think Bitcoin is the solution for like a lot of issues with the monetary system. And frankly, we just got a lot of haters who have nothing better to do but just to hate on coins. Like, especially if it's like top 20, top 10, it's just like, man, I don't know. Like, you could be doing productive things, but I guess it's clout chasing.
Well, I have a video coming out, by the way, Alex, about Luna Classic. And you just said top 20. This shit's about to go into the top 20 if it's not already.
Yeah, I was careful. I didn't say top 27. I'm like top 20,
I'm like,
because that one definitely has like respect to them rallying, but we know it's a carnival clown type beat. Like, we know that it's right. We know that it ain't no Bitcoin. Okay, it's not gonna flip Bitcoin. Let's get serious. Okay, I'll take the heat. It ain't flipping Bitcoin. It ain't flipping Ethereum. It's a piece of shit. That's it. Like David says, period, said and done. Like, that's it. There's no utility. The utility is burn, 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 Do Kwon. So if you're here for the voyage, the adventure of Luna Classic, and you're making bags, all the power to you. But guess what? Like, that shit can come sailing down just as fast as it went up. So,
here's my thing. Here's my thing with that Luna Classic. When you tell me the use case for Ethereum Classic is we are going to 1 cent, and then I repeat myself, no, but what's the use case? And you repeat again to me, the use case is that we're going to 1%, and then we're potentially going to $1. That's
You're
itself
talking about Luna, though. Luna,
what?
right? Luna Classic, not Ethereum Classic.
No,
yeah,
Luna
Okay.
Classic. Luna Classic. Like,
well, you said Ethereum Classic. I was like, well, wait a second.
Classic.
Oh, okay.
Fucking all these classics, okay? Like, look.
Wait, David, you don't like classics? Like, you're talking about the classics.
Well, depending on which classics we're talking about. Is it classic cars? Because I like classic cars. But at the end of the day, like, and they have a better utility than. Anyway, let me shift it right back. Luna Classic is trash. It is a lottery ticket. And like I said, there is nothing to it. You are better off playing the lottery than to jump into this shit. Now people will say, yo, Dave, you went ahead, you missed the boat, you didn't jump in, you didn't buy bags, that's why you're. No, I'm not mad. I like the community. I don't want to see I don't want to see people get hurt. Like, if you're winning, God bless you. I'm clapping for you. But there is no utility to this. Zero. You are just a bunch of passionate degenerates that are pushing this thing, and sooner or later, it's all going to come crashing down. I've seen this play out many times. Many times. Do not tell me this is a first. This is not a first. There have been plenty of protocols. Listen, I mean, look, not many protocols suffered what Luna went ahead and did to itself and the entire fucking market. But there have been plenty of protocols that people have tried to come in and literally take out of the graveyard. There is nothing to this thing no more. Zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
And on top of that, David, it's there are implications here that people don't recognize. There's already investigations happening in no less than 3 separate countries over Luna. Like 3 separate countries are doing investigations. So,
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they're doing, Akil, because this is classic. This has nothing to do with Luna. This is a community-led
exactly
crap.
yes.
It's crap. It's fucking crap. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to get. Look, I'm not doing a Peter shift here. I'm not trying to get on your nerves on purpose. I'm really not trying to do that. I'm really telling you, like, fine, if you've made money, take it out and get the fuck out and run and put it into a real protocol, man, because this shit ain't gonna last. I don't know what the fuck you're building on here. I'd never go into anything called Luna again. Anything that's called Terra, I'm not going to. Terra, it has terrified me. It's terrorized me. I never go into anything like this again. Period. You had your chance. I have tweets still up there. I was literally one of the biggest fans of this fucking protocol. Okay, I was one of the biggest fans. And what happened? That motherfucker Quan went on a fucking podcast. There's still a video out there saying at any time we can go ahead and make this shit fucking disappear. Well, congratulations, you did a phenomenal job. You fucking did David Copperfield and fucking made the shit disappear. You David blamed the shit.
What's going on, Fred? You had your hand up earlier. What's going on, homie?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Ethereum, but with this classic, it's kind of like playing chicken on a green candle. You can make money on it, you know. But my question on Ethereum is, once you're moving from proof of work to proof of stake, the miners aren't going to need their Ethereum anymore, and they're not going to be making money. Are they going to be dumping? I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for it. I love the proof of concept better, but are the miners going to be dumping? Are we going to see a little drop on that?
Well, we talked about this yesterday and the day before, but listen, the miners are already looking for their options. They're looking for other options. They're looking at forks. They're looking at making sure that they stay relevant. And David and I said yesterday, and I think we both agree. It's like, look, this is like an industry that goes under. It's like the guy who was at the printing press. You know, there used to be a guy they paid, and it was a guy literally that put the letters inside of the printing press. That job was stable for almost 300, 400 years. That shit doesn't exist. Like, they're done, right? Nobody's crying for that dude anymore because guess what? He had his time in the sun. Same with like the switchboard operator at the phone company. You know, my grandmother retired at 50 after 20 years of just being one of those people, you know, just plugging in the little cords. You know, it happens. So am I sad for the miners? A little bit. Yes, I think it's terrible that, you know, their way of life is being revamped, but they've made a lot of money.
A lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money.
What would you be sad about them, Akil?
Here we go.
Let this change happen.
There's nothing to be sad about. Their lazy ass closes one program, starts mining one of the thousands. No, but it is. It's nonsense because they make money.
Hold on.
It is. I'm telling you as a miner. I'm telling you as someone that's mined Ethereum and I'm currently mining Bitcoin. You close the app and you start hashing something else. Literally take 1 minute.
It's not lazy. It's not sad.
It is lazy. It is.
It's nothing. If the people the miners that are complaining right now, I mean, maybe it's nothing. Let's just not make them. The miners are the ones that took us to this point. So let's just not bash on them, right? They saw this coming for many years, and now we're here, right? So there's nothing to be sad about them. It's still to this day, to this minute, is very, very profitable to mine Ethereum. And it's going to be to the last minute until all the shit start happening. But it's going to be very profitable until the last minute. Now, the people that did not adjust, the miners that did not adjust this year, maybe they didn't believe it was going to happen, or maybe caught them off guard. They didn't want to sell. We don't know their positions. But at this point, it's really, they really should just mine to the last block, because what are you going to gain by just unplugging the shit and trying to sell your GPUs or mine something else? It's still very, very profitable to do it right now. So it's not sad. I don't think it's lazy. I think they just keep on chugging along, and then they'll try to figure out what it is. They probably have plans right now, but it's very profitable. And the more coins that you can get, the potential that you get this proof of work Ethereum that you can just dump on the market the next day, and then you have hardware that you can sell or point to something else. I think we were trying to think of them like, oh, poor guys, so sad, or they're lazy or stupid. I think they know exactly what they're doing. If there's one or two guys that complain a lot, make a lot of noise on Twitter, and maybe that's the lazy dumb guy that we should be all sad for, but not the rest. Miners are great.
I was kind of more thinking, not personally, but just, hey, I don't have to mine Ethereum anymore, so I don't have to have this much coin. I'm going to mine other things, so I'm going to sell my Ethereum. Will that cause a little bit of a dump? Was my thought.
You selling Ethereum is not going to make the chart blink an eye.
Think about it. The miners, they dump all the time on you. So yeah, they just every Bitcoin miners, Ethereum miners, all kinds of miners, they have to sell because that's what they make, right? That's the money that they make, and obviously they don't need Ethereum or Bitcoin. They gotta sell it to do something else, right? Now, dumping in the market. Why would you dump in the market when? Well, two things, right? It's very risky what's about to happen, right? Very risky. And what I mean is shit can just go fucking nowhere, right? They may have to push this out. There's a lot of risks, right? So shit can happen. Selling the theory token, it will be just a protection for the price drop, right? But nothing else, right? Basically, hey, I'm gonna sell right here because some shit's about to happen that may impact our price, and shit's gonna go down. So I'm just gonna sell it to maybe buy later or just be done with it. We don't know, right? Honestly, your staking is going to go up after the merge. That's the what people are thinking. So, and really, if everything goes well, this is a play on risk. If everything goes well, this is the biggest fucking roadblock that is going to be removed for this Ethereum ecosystem, right? After this, it's just basically just waiting for the next one a year or 2 years ago. But this is like the biggest fucking change. So everything goes well. Why would the price dump? Sell the news? I mean, it's not longer news. This shit's been like going on for years.
Yeah.
Buying more because I'm not going to pay the gas fees. I'm going to get NFTs easier. So it's just definitely a plus, and it's just a huge step forward.
Well, gas fees are going to remain the same, and there's a lot of debate about that. So gas fees are not going to change, and in fact, they may actually go up, right? Because there's going to be more demand for it now after the merge. People are going to say, well, fuck, they did it. Let's just go on board. So that might actually drive the gas higher than what we see right now.
And that's why L2s are freaking coming. But hey, guys, quick update. We do have some breaking news for you. It looks like crypto investors are going to sue the U.S. Treasury Department to block sanctions barring Americans from Tornado Class. And the lawsuit, wait for it, it's funded by fucking Coinbase. Coinbase funding a lawsuit for crypto investors. Come through Coinbase because apparently you want to take on the U.S. Treasury. Let's have this fight in public. Fuck yeah, I'm all for it because you know me and the law. I want to see the battle in public. Show me the court records. I want to see documents. Man, I want to see all the juicy good. I want to see the government's reason for blocking Tornado Cash. I want to see them produce the evidence. This is the stuff I get off on. It kind of makes me. Give me a second. I might have a cigarette. Hold on.
Shout out to Erica for that one. Yeah, that's hey, finally, Coinbase is doing something. It's funny they delisted XRP.
Good morning.
They try to go ahead and they try to do everything possible to be friends with everybody on the other side, only to be smacked upside the head by the other side. So nice to see them finally chipping in and realizing that this industry, the people within this industry, are the ones that they should be caring about, the builders, the innovators, and not the other side.
Yusuf, what's going on? You got that hand up for a while. Let's have a conversation. What's going on?
Hey Akil, how are you? I just wanted to touch up on the FTX situation, but also on Luna. One thing I'd like to bring up is, most of these Luna holders, basically, these are people who held Luna before it collapsed, and even I would have not expected this. You had a coin which is once, top 10, 50 billion market cap, and then it falls to near 100 million market cap. So most of these holders, they wouldn't sell off, right? If I were in their position, I would probably be in denial also, and I'd be like, look, my coin, which is worth millions of dollars, now worth a couple cents or a couple $100. So most of these classic holders are basically buying into their coin. If you look at the transaction history, it is quite interesting to see most of these Luna classic buyers, and the pump is actually caused internally. And basically, it's because of the news of the burn and all these situations. But they're basically trying to funnel false hope into the project to try and make back some of the money they lost. So, like, essentially, these classic holders, they're aware the project has little to no utility. I agree with David here that it's literally the project has very little utility, right? Even the new Luna 2.0, it's like once Luna collapse, no one will ever trust them again. They will be unable to get institutional adoption, they'll be unable to get new users, and definitely whales, etc., which will funnel growth. Like Luna is basically done, right? But Classic, the reason why this whole Classic pump happened is, these existing holders, they're basically they're under a false pretense. They're telling themselves lies that the project will pump. They're going on Twitter and spreading this, oh, Luna Classic is back. And the reason this is happening is they're trying to reduce them their losses. So part of me, I understand what these people are going through because they lost essentially over money. Some people had life savings. If you remember that whole debacle with Luna when it initially crashed. So really, Luna Classic, I think Luna Classic holders are also aware themselves. Like you're lying to themselves. They know Luna Classic is terrible. They know Gokhshtein is an idiot. They're basically trying to recoup some of that money they lost initially.
So they're using people as exit liquidity. That's all. Using people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all this is. And that's what I'm saying. If you're still here, like David's clapping uncontrollably, you should see it. He can't hold himself back. But there's still a issue with this. The bigger issue is that they're jumping in and everyone's getting their bags pumped, and nobody's saying shit that this is a scam. Like there's nothing there. There's no there.
Yeah.
Like, and the news is not reporting the truth. And the truth is there's nothing there. So why are you telling people, well, Luna's pumping? You know how people are. They're all look, a majority of people that jump in this space are simps. They are simps. Full stop. They'll do anything for the cookie. And they will jump in on this low cost, low price thing like they did it with that awful, shitty, I don't care who you are in this world, Safe Moon. Same thing. You're just throwing money on the ground.
Here we
I
go.
think David is now paying reflections back to Safe Moon for how much he's been holding on to it. I mean, that guy ain't got no money left. It's like having a wallet full of dead doggies, right now. So like, I want people to spare me the bull crap and just get into it. The fact is there are people being robbed right now because of Luna Classic. The same way Gokhshtein robbed them when he said we could take this to zero anytime we wanted, and he fucking walked off. But you know what? At least Gokhshtein, he ate his feelings away because that dude's about one biscuit away from a stroke.
But I feel it's classic.
Tell him to fucking go to Popeyes and get a classic biscuit then and end it for all of us.
Can I be contrarian here? Like,
Yeah.
Today.
Yo, right now, hold on, DeFi Daniel. Before you go, man, shout outs to DeFi Daniel. He's angry about his I think this is stemming, the anger from Daniel today is stemming from the story that he told to us about the whole Chipotle situation where his fucking burrito was fucked up and he had to go ahead and, step to somebody's face and almost speak Spanish to them. Go ahead, Daniel. Go for it. Just rip in.
I'm still not over. I think I'm gonna head back to Chipotle and I'm gonna talk to the manager. I have to, but that's a different story, man. I'll update you guys over the weekend, okay?
You just said it like a Karen. Like, I'm gonna go speak to the manager.
I'm gonna write a well-crafted letter and I will send it to the manager's corporate office.
No, I'm naturally tanned. They know I'm Mexican. I'm naturally tanned. There's not a amount of sweaters that I can wrap around my neck and la-di-da-da-das that I can say to make me look white. I'm pretty tan, so they know what they're getting into. But, hold on. Okay, contrary.
Yo, save that clip. Save that
Oh,
clip. That audio clip.
Yo, what the fuck?
La-di-da-di-da.
Yo, David just
Yeah,
spit. Y'all can't see this, but David just spit. If you go to YouTube, David literally had water permeate from his nose and his mouth at the same time.
yeah, sorry about that, man. It hurts.
Yo, I'm choked.
All right, okay, I'm gonna quit the mic.
No, go for it. Go for it. I'm
You know,
sorry.
go be
man.
your
I almost
contrarian self. Go be the contrarian
No,
self.
Yeah, I'll be contrarian Dan today. So, okay. So with Luna Classic, right? So Quan basically, he forked the shit out of a Luna, and he created this Luna, the new Luna, which is his invention now, and whatever he's trying to push. With that one, I'm 100% sure it's not going to go anywhere. But this Luna Classic, I think in my mind is different, right? It's different because they basically cut off the Quan from it, right? If that person and that entity and those guys affecting that, they're out of the game. Now, Luna back in February, everybody was it was sliced bread and Nutella on top. It was the best fucking shit ever, right? Now, nothing really has changed, right? Nothing really has changed other than whatever fucking financial engineering they're trying out, they did it at the worst possible time. And fucking Bitcoin was about 40, 50, and 60. In my mind, now is the best time to run a scheme like that on a crypto. Now is the best time. Bitcoin is under 20K. It can go a little lower, but hopefully it doesn't go fucking 50% or 80% from here. But now is the best time for something like what they were trying to actually work. So yes, I'm a degen. Yes, I'm in Luna Classic.
of course you are. You fucking just, as soon as you started talking, I was like, the amount of bags that he has, it's like somebody walking out of Nordstrom.
Okay, but nothing.
Neiman Marcus over here.
NFA, right? Like, don't follow me because I've done stupid shit, and this might be another medal on my jacket. But that's my thesis. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I think it's like the corrupt people are done. It's more of a control, like it's more of a community control, and I know it's a community word every time. It's like it's controlled now by different entities. The shit might actually work, but they need to burn the fuck out of everything, right? Because not everyone is gonna be able to be a billionaire. So they need to reduce the amount of coins that are there, to increase the price, to make it less available to the public. Yes, that's economics, right?
But hold on, DeFi. Can I ask you a question, Daniel? At the end of the day, isn't this model similar to what Shiba Inu came out with?
Well, I'm not really familiar with Shiba, so maybe can you explain that?
I mean, like this consistent burning. There's, but you know what? What I'll say about Shiba is that they actually have utilities. Like everybody can joke about Sheeb, but like they've created utilities within their ecosystem. You can say whatever you want, like, but at the end of the day, look at what they've created within their own ecosystem. Whether or not it pops off is a different story. All I'm saying is something has been built.
Yeah, well, you know, those mechanisms are not that's very common, right? Burning mechanisms, things like that. So yeah, Shiba. I don't know much about it, but it's still here, so it must be doing something great, right? I think when I'm talking about Luna Classic and what they're trying to accomplish, it's not so much the burning mechanisms, but like how they're trying to protect their assets with Bitcoin, right? It was kind of weird that we're trying to implement it. It was horrible timing. And now, maybe not so much. That's all I'm trying to say. And, you know, again, contrarian. It could be Ponzi. I could be there, like, exit liquidity. You know, it could be there. Like, so that's my point.
Right on, man. We definitely all right, so we got more breaking news. A notice on tax burn for Luna Crush and USTC on Terra Classic Network. Notice on tax burn for this is credit to our homegirl Jessica. Jessica, shout out to you. Luna Crush and USTC on Terra Classic Network. Notice of a tax burn. Make sure you guys go check out.
Did you say Luna Crush?
I'm sorry, Luna Classic. I don't know.
What are
I said
you?
Luna Crush.
Hold
My
on.
bad.
This is like you. What are you playing? Candy Crush? Got everything confused?
No. Like I was also reading. Look,
Oh, Luna Crush. Oh my God. Wait, Lunar Crush. That you
Luna
guys.
Classic. Luna Classic. I'm sorry, I said Luna Crush, but I meant Terra Classic and Luna Classic.
I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck are you talking about?
I
No,
think
because
in the future, I think that's the V5.
no, it's not that. I told you I was like, maybe I smoked too much pot last night. Who knows what occurred to make me slow? But thanks, shout out to our homegirl Jessica for sharing it. Oh man. And now the White House has put out a statement, says crypto assets could hinder climate efforts. And this is coming out of the White House. This is the White House that's saying this. But at the same time, I want to be very clear. They're saying mining. They definitely put mining in there. There's like mining crypto is bad for the environment. That means Ethereum's about to get a fucking hell of a lot of love from the federal government. Yeah, that's right. I'm calling it now. The feds are going to be sucking the living teat of Ethereum now. Look, Ethereum did it. Ethereum moved to proof of work from proof of stake. Why can't you guys do it? I mean, I'm
This
sorry.
is like, honestly, if you look at the timeline of events and everything that's been put out there, it's almost it almost looks like, Ethereum has like this backdoor deal with the United States government.
Mm-hmm.
It
I
smells
said,
like it.
look, when I smell a rat, I smell a rat. When I smell a rat, I call it out. And the rat is that these folks and don't believe me. I'm telling everybody, don't believe me. All right. You all can sit in your little fictional la la lands and talk about all the conspiracy theories you want. I live in reality. And when I look at things and I put things together, and I'm oftentimes very well educated on this, you have to be able. I see, yes, they're blaming crypto miners. Yes. The reason why is because they've got all these things running 24/7, and they're like, well, that's bad for the environment. That's what they're gonna do. So guess what? They're gonna pat Ethereum on the back for doing the right thing. And Ethereum will be, and remember, Ethereum's founded in Canada. So, we got partnerships and programs and relationships. We've got great relationships with Canada here in the US. And if the US and Canada come together and they start regulating as an entity across chains, across borders, that will be huge for the crypto market. But they have to go with something that makes logical sense for them to push. And if they can push Ethereum and they could sell Ethereum first because it doesn't have all these miners attached to it, then people are more inclined to follow that lead. I'm not making it up. It's not hyperbole, but this is how governments work. They want to find something that people will buy into. It's like the electric car for years. The electric car was actually made eons ago. I'm talking about in the 30s, but it didn't get popularity till they could scale it and make it usable. And now, guess what? Now the electric car is famous. Now everybody wants one, right? So until you can bring it to the masses is when they accept it. And guess what? They're starting to accept, they'll be able to accept Ethereum before they can accept Bitcoin. Although I do hold my Bitcoin and I am going to continue to collect, it's just what makes sense for regulators. They can sell it to the climate deniers who are more inclined because they're hippies anyway. I mean, not the climate deniers, the climate folks, the climate environmentalists. They're inclined to accept it anyway. They are weird. I mean, they're just weird. I mean, I know a lot of them. But anyway, blue collar, what's up?
Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Akil, I come in peace. So please, man, I am a DJ, but I love to touch on your topic in reference to Ether. I mean, don't overlook Matic. They're going to be 99.4% more efficient after the merge. So that's another possible green friendly approved asset that could have a positive ecosystem.
You're
But I
Ethereum.
just want to rewind back to Luna a little bit. I agree with Dave. I really do. But I have to say there's opportunity. At any moment, there's opportunity. And the only reason why I look at that opportunity is because there's a little bit more than retail driving behind it. Dave always talks about the Twitter hornets. I like to call order list hornets. The amount of money they were using to manipulate the flow and the price and the way they broke it up on the order list last night, that was not retail investor. So they're definitely doing some type of scalping. There's definitely a recovery mode. Bitcoin dumped Luna down to 34, just tickled the very bottom of 33, and then Luna went up to 48, and Bitcoin and Ether stayed still. Just like in DeFi, there's only so much money to go around. There's only so much money in the upper level. I almost used the word blue chips, but I can't really use that in reference to Luna anymore. Like I said, I agree with you. It's a degen play, but opportunity exists for those that are capable of capitalizing on it. But the amount of money, the amount of volume flow that took place last night from Australia, South Korea, Japan, and into this early morning up to the American dump, which brought it into the 40s again, there is huge institutional bots and money that are creating this asset that just supersedes anything that retail can do. So that's the only thing I'm looking at. And in reference to that burn, yeah, I think the Terra Station is going to do a 1.2%, 2.4% round trip. And there's a couple of exchanges that are saying they're willing to work with them throughout this process. I guess there's an announcement later on. There's like a meeting with KuCoin. I'm not sure what time it is. But yeah, last request, David, love the show. Great entertainment. But please don't support Luna. We all know what happens once you start supporting the project. I'm just messing with you, bro.
You have nothing to worry about. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing to worry about when it comes to my support for Luna. Classic. There will be none. I appreciate the community. Here's the thing, I appreciate the community. I thoroughly enjoy vibing with every single community, whether I like the project or not. I do thoroughly enjoy sitting down or sitting in a room with people that I can talk to, regardless if we agree or disagree about whatever the topic is. But I can't support something like Luna Classic because when Congress gets its hands, when it finally starts to dig into this space, when it really digs in, and it starts telling you they ain't gonna go after the positives in the space. They're gonna go ahead and show the negatives about it first, and then they take Luna Classic and say, "Look, there's nothing to it. All this is a bunch of people believing that they're going to make money. 10, maybe 12% of them will. The rest will be left holding a bag." And the people that are going to get left holding the bag are the same people that will be screaming for regulation. Right now, they're screaming free market. When they lose, they'll be screaming for regulation. And these are the same people that will be supporting everything that comes out of Congress, which is super negative towards this industry. That's why I do not like what's happened with Luna Class.
Facts. Yo, first off, his name is not actually Terrible Father. He's actually a good dad. Let's go, TF. What's up?
Hey, thanks. I'll settle for mediocre. Yeah, I don't know why nobody sees Luna Classic as insanely alarming case for each proof of work fork that may come in the future. I mean, you're basically, you already have liquidity being added to a dead coin or token. It's coin, I think. But now with each proof of work, same model. Everybody's going to get it, just airdrop to their wallet, kind of. Not actually airdrop, but it's going to. It won't be opening itself up to like SEC regulations because you can't really test their coin offering without also going after proof of stake. But the utility of ETH proof of work fork is that it has all the features of ETH, but now it's more decentralized. and now you have Coinbase and the U.S. government adopting, well, more so the U.S. government adopting ETH proof of stake. That's even more of like a degen use case for ETH proof of work. So this should all be like super alarming for what's potentially going to come.
Anything come. What's up, Yusuf? Go ahead.
Hello, Akil. I just want to add about Luna Classic is a lot of people are referencing the fact that they're burning coins, and one thing a lot of people they misunderstand is they say, oh, they're burning coins, and due to the laws of basic economics and elasticity, since it's more scarce, price will rise. But people forget, the most important factor, which is the demand side. Luna lost its utility once it crashed. Once it had that initial crash, because Luna failed. It wasn't just because of an algorithmic stablecoin. Luna failed because of the egotistical nature of Gokhwan and how he refused to fix the problem of Luna itself. And then once it initially failed, no one is going to see a use case to actually buy Luna. All this Luna Classic pumping now is only a result of people being like, oh, they are burning coins. There's now utility for the coin. But burning coin will only take you so far. It's like if I have a useless coin that has it's supply of a trillion and I burn coins, it doesn't. The price won't rise because there's no demand side to it. Burning only helps when there's existing demand to the coin, but it doesn't help a coin that has demand that's falling, right? Because Luna, it failed initially. I think most people understand the story by now. It's because a lot of people that are telling the fund it's risky to have an
Nesky?
that's based because it had BTC backing, but they started flowing in more Luna to back the coin. And even though Luna is bigger than time, it's quite risky to back USDT with their own Luna, right? Because they're backing it by Luna, and when the market started to crash, it was perfectly bull market. It started to crash, and then the whole Series C situation. But it had that initial dump, and then when the dump was right, they're like, oh, okay, let's backtrack a bit. Let's take out some of their Luna backing, put some more BTC backing in. It was ready to lay all the institutions got scared and they pulled out. And before this, though, we looked on the history of actually going through it, where Daquan people are calling Daquan out in this and saying, oh, the backing is dangerous. Daquan literally said, you're poor, shut up. And it literally is the classic use case of
You did say it.
CEO refusing to admit his mistakes. So my whole point here basically is that even burning coins won't solve the current issue of Luna. So for people who are trying to recoup their losses of other investors, it won't work honestly because you're just basically buying into a useless coin. The demand side will continue to fall as there's no existing utility for Luna Classic, and burning coins will only take you so far.
Yeah, but stupid people are so. No offense, but stupid people buy into stupid projects because they're stupid, not because they're smart. And at the end of the day, that's what happens is these folks are going to use it. I mean, there are people, I know one of my homies, he waited a long time to buy, reached the bottom and said, you know what? I'm willing to throw the grand in and see what happens. And guess what? It paid off for him.
Let me ask you, Akil.
He's using all y'all's electric loop. DeFi, he's using you too. I'm pretty sure you bought in after that. Go ahead.
Akil, if you had a chance to buy the bottom on Luna Classic, would you have bought it?
I didn't because
no, but I'm talking about the real bottom. If you the real bottom, would you have bought in for $500, $1,000?
It's not a lottery ticket I wanted. I think that's the deal. It's like I did not see it coming back to this point. But at the end of the day, I get it. Somebody's made money, but you know me, David. I got morals. I got scruples, right? I'm not one of these people that I'm just gonna go out there and just shit on stuff. I don't ask for anything from the community. I don't accept anything from the community. Why? Because I have to keep my conscience clean. That's what I do. I keep my conscience clean. I don't care about anybody else's conscience. I don't care what you do with your own personal life. But if I'm going to uphold my values and my values of being a good, decent human, that means I'm not going to be looking to profit off of somebody else's losses, especially in situations like this. If people come in during a bull run and they're just dumping money in and the project actually has some value to it and it has utility or it's been used, I've made money off of Bitcoin. I told you I take profits. But it doesn't mean that I'm out here trying to ruin people's lives. And there are people out there marketing this shit right now. They're marketing it. They're not getting paid to market it, but they are. They're shilling, they're marketing, they're pushing, they're telling friends, go buy into it. And then because if it doesn't hit, they're like, well, it wasn't me, man. It was your risk. but they know that they're stupid. And stupid people do stupid things because they're, guess why? They're fucking stupid.
Do they do the whole Kanye thing? The meme? The Kanye meme?
Yeah, what do you mean? Well, not my problem.
I don't think you had any walkie tobacco last night. You had something else, man. You're like full of anger.
Yeah,
I'm not angry. I'm not angry.
You are angry. You're angry, Akil, today.
You know what makes me angry today? Well, actually, the whole week.
Damn, you're angry, Daniel.
Angry Daniel. Hey, Twitter took away my my surprise emoji, which I was so using all week, and it's gone now, and I can't use it. And they still haven't fixed the top banner for Twitter Spaces. Am I the only one complaining? That shit sucks.
Listen, at least you guys had like a day or two to play around with this shit. I don't get any of this shit until 3 months after the fact. Like, you guys had the hundreds, the surprise faces, all this. I saw people screenshot, like, you can do like a catalog thing now with spaces where it can like it looks. What was that? Hold on, you got the soundboard?
I got the soundboard.
Hold on. Oh, so hold on. How do I have super followers and ticketed spaces, yet I don't have none of the features that come with spaces? Like, this is so fucking backwards. This is fucking backwards. I guess.
Hey, David, this is gonna make you so upset. I'm fucking soundboard. They took away my gasping guy, and now it's soundboard.
I don't care. I like it.
I'd rather have the soundboard. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I'm glad. Look, Degens. DeFi. I wanted to touch on what DeFi Daniel said. Degens. I get it. If you're a Degen, you've aped into Luna Classic because you're just, hey, fuck it. There's nothing else going on in the market. Let me throw money in here instead of getting myself into a dick motherfucker, as some people did, and let me see what happens. Let me see what happens here. And can you see? Let's take the mic. I can't.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
But I go back to it. If we're trying to grow this industry, we can go ahead and talk about like Bitcoin, right? For instance, I'm going to give you an example of Bitcoin. El Salvador makes it legal tender. Yesterday it was a year. It marked a year since El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as legal tender. We have an article that comes out, or a few articles from mainstream media that come out and say, what a fucking failure it's been. It's been 12 months. Can we give it 3 to 4 years before we talk about the pros and cons? We're talking about them now? 12 months? It's 12 months. But hold on. These are the things that Congress and people that hate cryptocurrency will look at, take, and present to the general public. They're not even going to present this to their peers. They can care less about their peers. They're going to present this to the general public. Like, look how bad this stuff is. This is why we need to regulate it and bottleneck it to the point that we almost kill it. What was it? There was some guy that says, what's the saying? First they kind of like don't care about it, then they try to stop it, and then they try to. What's that fucking saying? It's a good fucking quote. What is it? Somebody fucking in this room.
Which quote? First they came for the Jews, and I didn't care because I wasn't a Jew.
They came for the Jews like 17,000 times. I'm talking about. There's a quote where like first they dismiss it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, I got you.
How's that quote go? Because I'm gonna tell you what stage we're in right now.
Well, no, keep talking. I'm gonna look it up for you.
Keep talking about what? I'm waiting for the quote. Because it'll lead into something. So it'll lead right into something. First they
First they ignore. So first they ignore you. Are you there? You gonna listen?
Yeah, no.
All right. So the quote is: first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win.
That's what we're going through right now.
So first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win.
Mark, I forgot his name from. Forgot the company that. Oh my god. Pomp's a part of this company in some way, and so is Jason Williams. Forgot. I'm just trying to think of the fucking name. What is the name of the company that they run? Oh my god. But they run the digital assets section of the company. Fuck, if somebody knows it, just DM it to me. But this guy Mark was on Miss Teen Crypto's show, and there's a clip of this where he says that we are in that area. And you know who also said this? Tim Draper. He said it way before this guy Mark. Tim Draper was sitting. I'm sure everybody's seen this video. Tim Draper was sitting on stage with Gary Ginson, or whatever his fucking name is, Gary from the SEC. They were sitting on stage, and he asked them questions, and he goes, "You know what? Repeat all those lines for me, Akil, again."
I'm sorry. I couldn't get the button. It's first they laugh at you, or first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win.
So he talked about the bank. Tim Draper was talking about the banks. Talking about the banks in this situation when it comes to crypto. And right now, I really do agree that we are now at the point of fighting. Because now everybody realizes that this is real. So now we're fighting. And then the next chapter will come in. When that happens, I don't know. This guy Mark said 2027. Forgot the name of the fucking the fucking investment company that he runs, but he said 2027 is when this space becomes victorious.
Can we just fire all of the SEC and do buybacks on crypto?
Oh my god.
No.
Like honestly, like come on, man, they're just useless.
I mean, they're not useless.
Okay, this is what I'm going to say. This is me. I'm going to say that the SEC is useful when it comes to certain things. Like, for instance, devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
If there is a scammer in this space, and we shouldn't use the word scammer on everybody and scam on everything. I think we throw that word around too lightly within this industry.
Yeah.
But if there's a real scammer in this space, yes, the SEC should go after them, right? Or the DOJ. I don't know, either one of them. But otherwise, the CFTC, if it's anybody, if it's any organization within the federal government, it should be the CFTC, because I think they have a better understanding of this space, or at least they want to learn more about this space, and then not calling everything in this space a security. They're more so like, hey, the commodities, and maybe they take what Crypto Mom has put out there, the safe harbor rules, and let it go into play. Here's 3 years, guys. Do what you need to do to make yourself a commodity. If you can't do it in 3 years, which if you can't do it in 3 years, you're an idiot. If you can't do it in 3 years, then you'll have to come in and register as a security. I don't have no problem with that. I have absolutely no problem with that.
Everybody, just give David a round of applause, but we're not going to fill his ego too much to make it short. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. You gotta keep David humble at times.
You gotta ask yourself, who's regulation for? Is it regulation for us, or is it for the 1%? Is it for
1%.
Black? Exactly. So if it's for BlackRock and Fidelity and for
Fuck those guys.
if the regulation is for them, then let's wait long term. Let's wait it out. Let's delay the gratification and allow this space to win and be built correctly. And let's not go back to what we came from. If we regulate and it's only for the 1%, then all we did was allow them to come into our industry and we handed off the keys and said, thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Welcome. We're going back to work, sir. All I'm saying, that's all. But these kind of things like Luna Classics and the 1-2 News, when they come out, the cum rockets, I'm telling you, like, no disrespect to cum rocket, it probably has a use case. You know what the use case could be? Hey, Pornhub, what's going on? Let's connect. I'm sure some of these dudes, these thirsty ass dudes who sit there and look at charts all day, I'm sure, and they fucking wave to people and type in a box in a metaverse. I'm sure they might go ahead and pop onto Pornhub.
Yo,
Maybe,
David,
maybe
you want to
they
hear something funny?
rocket.
You want to hear something funny? I think you can use XRP to buy some of those sites. XRP.
Wait, hold on. How would you know?
Fuck, I'm a man. I've been on.
Wait, hold on. Are you using XRP to log on to Pornhub?
No, I've seen it before though. I haven't done it myself, but I've seen it. I think XRP has been used on like porn sites. You can Google it. I mean, this isn't hard shit to do, folks. I mean, you can Google it. And guess what? It's $1 billion. Let's just be very clear. Pornography is $1 billion or multi-billion-dollar agency around the world. More people made money, and that's why people don't want to go back to work. They were making more money on OnlyFans than they were at their 9 to 5 during the pandemic. Like, we can make fun of it, but it is a large market. That if you're sitting around acting like you're too bougie, you're too holier than thou, like, then guess what? You're missing out on your own money.
I think half the motherfuckers in here right now are saying, like, I don't know why you would even use XRP, because I get my porn for free. Like, literally, half of the people in this room right now and watching are like, yo, I don't even know. I would never pay for it. I'm getting that shit for free.
You think it's free, but they sell ad space. Like, people are getting money off of these agencies. And so XRP, if you're using it, I mean, look, but that's a perfect scenario where crypto is going to be mass adopted, right? That's one of the reasons why crypto got here. I mean, we can go back to Silk Road. What were people buying? They're buying shit that you ain't supposed to be getting. And they're using crypto. So it brings in adoption. Let's be honest. There are 3 things in this world, and this is throughout history, folks, and everyone knows I'm a history guy. Jails, prostitution, and booze. Those are the 3 things that are older than time, and guess what? They are all profitable. Jails, prostitution, and booze. So, like they say, drugs, sex, and rock and roll. If you ain't one of those 3, you're probably going to be poor. Have fun being poor. But anyway, let's go. Blue collar.
I just want to say it is 10:56 a.m. Good morning to everybody, and thank you very much for tuning in to the Breakdown episode 55. My name is David Gokhshtein. Akil Patterson on my side here. We are talking a lot of. I've had fun with these subjects today, and we've had some inspired talk by DeFi Daniel. He is a little bit mad, and I think it again stems from the time he went to Chipotle and they fucked up his order. And he looked at them, gave him the Karen look. Nothing happened, though, in terms of his order being done correctly. Moving forward, though, blue collar. But before blue collar goes, I want to ask somebody about this. There is a person that stated that people who own a Bored Ape are entitled, or think that are entitled. What do you think about that, Akil? Are people who own Bored Apes entitled?
There are people who will go into projects who do act like they are better than anyone else because they have a Bored Ape. Because I've been in a space and the dude literally said, Well, I have a bored ape, so you guys need to listen to me. And it was like, are you know what? Get the fuck out of here. Like, he got kicked off the stage. Like, in the discussion. Like, not anything that he did, not anything that he worked hard for. Some people just got lucky, or they're just that rich. And they want to flex, like, I got a bored ape. Hey, call me when you're Franklin and you've got like 60 bored apes. And you get on that D-God list, which was bullshit anyway, but because there ain't no way Franklin's that fucking lucky.
By the way,
somebody knew whose fucking wallet that was.
By the way, it was Morgan Creek. It was Morgan Creek that I was talking about. Morgan Creek, the guy Mark and Pomp and Jason Williams, the digital asset unit of that investment company. That's what I was talking about. He appeared on a show where he said that quote that you went ahead and read out. So I just wanted to update the crowd, and thank you for those who DM me telling me, yeah, it was Morgan Creek. Appreciate you guys. Who is next? I'm sorry.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hold on, investor. We got Blue Collar who still hadn't gone yet.
My bad. Thanks, Akil. I'm just laughing, man. I had so much to say, so many different topics ago, but I just wanted to say, Dave, this isn't a shill, but congratulations. There is an official shit coin, and I do not advise that anybody invest in it. But you spoke it into existence, my friend. Now there is a shit coin that is trading on the lower level of DeFi degen world.
What is that? What is it called?
Shit coin.
Shit coin. Okay.
Oh man! All right, go ahead, investing.
We fucking hit bottom. We hit bottom. Like, this is
I
bottom.
know. But what I was just going to rewind to is, I agree with what you guys were saying. I mean, a lot of this regulation isn't necessarily for the lower DeFi level. It's for BlackRock, Citadel. They make public announcements to let everyone know that they're in the game some way or another. But we all know they've been here for a while. When you take a system that the government has its finger on that now is getting some money through a backdoor of unregulated interest, that's going to strike up a little bit of concern as far as Uncle Sam wanting his cut. I mean, they tried sneaking it into the Build Back Better deal, and that was going to be implemented, I believe, in 2024. So at least it was going to give some sort of a time frame, like you were referring to, like when you said, if this is for the 1%, they should put this out in the future, comply by this date, and then in between give everyone else a chance to get things organized and together. So that is, a very big focus that not a lot of people are talking about, because, at the lower degen level, I have to admit, I have some degen pedigree in me. Everyone's thinking, oh, they're trying to stop me from using my trust wallet. No, you and your trust wallet are not really a threat to global economy. So it is, very much so. I'd have to say I agree with you. These laws and regulations, unfortunately, are being fast tracked to put let's say plug the hole in the boat of all the money that's just hemorrhaging out of crypto, which more or less is supporting Wall Street right now. I mean, why didn't they get a bailout during COVID? Every organization, everybody here, I mean, anyone in here that's 45 or older remembers that a Wall Street bailout, banking bailout for the last 12 to 16 years was almost a traditional thing, regardless of what side was in power. So it is interesting to see where it goes and what they're willing and who they're willing to step on, aka retail investor, to plug that hole in the boat.
Those guys are fucking criminals. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it loud. I'm going to say it proud. Fuck you, Congress, for fucking bailing those bitches out and then making... You know what? I've heard more people complain about student loan bailouts than I've heard them complain about banking bailouts. And no offense, fuck the banks. Fuck you. Bailout, I'd rather you forgive student loans than you bail out those cocky motherfuckers any day of the week. Because at least with the extra revenue, people will go buy a house. You self-righteous ingrates called Congress.
Can you tell me how you really feel, bro?
Lord.
What? I told y'all. The cuffs are off. The cuffs are off. You're not holding me back. I don't care. Democrats, Republicans, Independents, Liberals, Libertarians, go fuck yourself. I'm telling you how I feel one way or the other. And if you don't like it, kick rocks. Because guess what? That East Baltimore that was native in me is coming out. Go fuck yourself.
Oh yeah, you stepping, man.
Go ahead, investor.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared.
I go by stocks. And that's in stocks. It's all good. What you call it? I was stepping in on the note about the apes because I am an ape owner myself. I have a mutant, and I agree that a lot of people do come in with that kind of attitude as an ape, and they think that they know everything and better than everybody. I can't lie, that's a fact. A lot of them do know a lot, and there's a lot of smart apes out there, but I hate to see that, and I hate to see our name get dragged like that because there's other apes in here that rap like me, and we're not on that type of time. And I just came to join in on the conversation about the ETH merge and everything. I don't know if y'all know, I do a show called Meta Money on Revolt, and I teach like small crypto stuff, like like what's minting, da da da, like trying to bridge it over to people, like teach people what's going on. And this is actually a topic that I have coming up. So like I just want to keep talking about it and elaborate with it and talk to more people that's into it. You know what I'm saying?
Cool, respect that. Yeah, I own apes and stuff, and I don't feel like I come in and I'm like, yo, roll out the red carpet for me right now, bitches. Like I don't have that mindset at all. I'm just like, yo, I got apes because allows me to network with others and continue to build G Media's platform. So shout out to G Media. That's what we're about. I ain't trying to come up. Listen, some people look at my face and they're like, "Yo, this is an arrogant motherfucker, bro." Like I dislike him off jump, but like get to know me, like you'll love me. Luna community, Luna classic. I love y'all. I ain't hating on you guys.
I am.
I understand what you're trying to do. I get it.
Hate. I'm hating. Haterade all over. Luna
Listen.
Classic, same thing.
Listen, I don't hate the community. See, this is where they get it wrong. This is where they really get it wrong. I don't hate the community. It's like when Safe Moon came out. It's like when Safe Moon came out, and they were holding rooms, and I came in and I said, "Can somebody answer my questions?" They said, "Go ahead." I said, "What is the utility?" The room went silent. Then somebody opened up their mic and said, "You're a motherfucker." But all I asked for was, what is the utility behind the project? And the questions that I asked got people so triggered. And they were just normal questions. Like, hey, I honestly, I already forgot my questions. No, actually, I asked, why are you charging 10%? 10% taxes to get in and get out? Because that's not what crypto is about. We ran away from that. We ran away from being taxed up, from having fees thrown at us. So I asked just a question: why, and how's it? And oh my god, I became the #1 villain for that project.
Because why did you ask a question, David? Why did you ask a question?
Well, because it's my money.
Exactly.
It's my money. It's my money. It's my money.
You know what's funny? No one has talked about liquidity. And Luna Classic sounds just like Safe Moon all over again. People see a low price, and they don't even look at the supply, let alone liquidity. You need effing liquidity to sell. If you go to Walmart and the cashier, they ain't got no cash in that cashier machine, you ain't getting no cash. Everyone forgets about liquidity.
The trading volume, one of the previous days, I think it was like 2-3 days ago, the trading volume for Luna Classic was top 10. And
yeah, that shit was ridiculous.
Max at 200. It was literally trading close to the same volume as USDC. That may have spiked and come down a little bit, but there's plenty of liquidity in Luna Classic. Plenty of liquidity. Up to the 2 billions, I think it was like trading in 24 hours. So yeah, liquidity is important. Yeah, but maybe when you checked it was low, now it's really out of the fucking ballpark.
Yeah, we've been pulling out millions and millions and millions of dollars in 6 zeros. There's no problem with liquidity.
DeFi Daniel is like, do not attempt to FUD my bags. I'm telling you right now, I am not going to allow you to FUD my DGen bags. Period. It
It's
will,
interesting though, and like you eloquently defend it, but Luna Classic is trash, bro. Like I mean, if you make gains on it, great. But it's gone up so fast, it can just. The thing is, what goes up will come down. If it's going up that quickly, it will also go down quickly. And you yourself said, "Hey, look, it's very strategic. It's not just some random investors that are pumping this." So this is just safe moon all over again. Where the fuck safe moons?
You
It's
guys,
trash. It got wrecked.
you guys involved it a few months ago. You were telling me I was stupid for not understanding Luna, and now on the other side, I'm saying all the bad, excuse me, bad people actually out of it, right? It went back to the core of it.
And what was that?
What was that? Well, I mean,
No, like define that. Like, what's the core of it?
Well, so the creator, right? The creator, Dawn and the other guy, when they created Luna, they created Luna at the best possible time, and they made series of bad moves at the worst possible times, right? So they were lucky in that. The protocol itself, it works, and that's all those stablecoins that they're trying to create, backing up a very stable coin with Bitcoin and the mechanism for burning Luna and going back to the stablecoin. That actually it's complex, but it's a pretty good idea. It just didn't make sense back then, and that's all I was trying to say. It just didn't make sense back then. Now, who knows? Right? It may be the best time for Luna Classic to.
So what are your price predictions? And
Whoa, Alex, don't go all price prediction on me now. Like, come on.
You're going in a completely different direction. I said, what's the core? Like who's building on Luna Classic?
Yeah, that's a great question. Who's building on Luna Classic, right? I don't know. I don't know exactly who's. I don't have.
So I guess that then tells us everything that we need to know, right? Is that this is you said it went back to its core. Yeah, its core is stupid people that are going to be buying.
Hold on, but Daniel said this. Hold on, let me back Daniel for a quick second.
That's going to be good. Hey, Daniel, get out now. David's coming in.
No, hold on. First of all, if you guys know my history with Daniel, it's like Jessica. We hardly ever agree with each other. So but I will say that he just literally was sitting in this room and he said, "This is a DGen play for me." He literally said, "I can't. How can I go ahead and I can't have a debate with him." He's thrown in money in there to say, "Okay, whatever happens, happens." He don't give a fuck what is going to be built on Luna Classic. Ain't shit gonna be built on Luna Classic. That's a pipe dream.
It is, yeah. It is. It's right now. It's dirt. It went back to what I made it for. It is went back to dirt and everything. The protocol is still there. If you use it, it still works. There's two nets. There's two networks, and they all work. You can still use it. You can still send money and do all kinds of shit, right? They went back to the fucking basics. And the two principal guys that were trying to control it, they're out. They created their own stupid network that's not going to go anywhere because we don't trust those guys with anything they touch. And we'll see, right? But yeah, thank you, David. It's a DGen play, and yeah, that's all it is.
My thing is that there are people that are veterans in the space that understand. I would say understand how money works and they really understand what Luna Classic is, and that is it is not something that is a long term. For me personally, as I see it, it's not something that's a long term play here. So for like somebody like you, DeFi Daniel, you know what it is. You've gone into it like, yo, I'm gonna make as much money as possible, take this money out. Potentially I'll put it into Ethereum or Bitcoin, whatever I like, or maybe I'll get myself a Bored Ape. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there, right? To some other people that are coming in here, they're thinking like, yo, this guy's winning, I'm winning. I'm throwing in my for. How many times have we heard people and that Twitter account that has that confession stuff, where people have thrown in their 401ks, got a line of credit, took out $500,000 in their savings account without telling their partner, and have gone into some random shitcoin, only to have it just disappear. And they're sitting there wondering, like, oh my God, is there something else that I can go to at least get close to even so I can tell my partner about this? I read a lot of these things. We're vets. We get it. Like, if I put in $1,000 into Luna Classic right now, I know most likely I'm going to, like, I put money into it when it was hitting a cent or two. Like, I put money into it thinking, like, okay, maybe there might be a miracle. He'll get some VCs to back Luna, not Classic, but Luna, stabilize this shit, and it'll bounce because of the community and the lunatics. Fuck, are you kidding me? Yo, I lost money doing that shit, but I was okay with it. I knew what I was going myself into. I didn't tell nobody. Only people who know me personally knew that I did it. I didn't tell nobody on social media because I know the crackheads on social media. I know exactly what the crackheads would do on social media. They'd ape in because I've gone in. And I've said it so many times. I am the counter. If I go in, it's going down. That's it. If I don't go in, it's going up. You don't want to convince me to get into your project. Like, so many DMs I get daily. Hey man, you should look at this project. No, you don't want me to look at it. If it's not Bitcoin or Ethereum, tell me to stay away. David, stay away. Everything you go into, I'm like literally one tweet away from being Steve Aoki. One tweet.
Or you should be on TV and you should name yourself Jim Cramer. Cramer.
I'm 3 tweets away.
You're one tweet. You're 2 tweets away now because you didn't tweet it, but you were talking
hold on. 2017, I was on the money, bigger platform. I calmed down, but there is nobody, and I mean nobody, who is as bad as Jim Cramer. I don't. There is not a single I don't even think he's ever won on a trade. I don't think Jim Cramer has ever won on a trade. Period. I think the people that tune into him have won on trades because they've done the opposite. But I don't think he himself has ever won on anything.
You're probably right.
11:16 a.m. on the East Coast. What is it out there? Like 8 o'clock? 8:16?
8:16 Pacific Standard Time on the West Coast here in the West Coast.
And we are on the Breakdown, episode 55. My name is David Gokhshtein. If you don't know who I am, co-host Akil Patterson. And we have some passionate topics that we're talking about. We've talked about Luna Classic. We talked about regulation. We talked about Ethereum and the merge.
Talked about El Salvador.
And how people are already judging it. With it's not even been 12 months. Well, it's been 12 months and like 2 days, and we're now literally forming our opinions on how it has failed miserably, which is just pure insanity. It's like the mainstream media has been waiting, and all the haters of Bitcoin have been waiting to go ahead and say, look, I told you so. See, I told you so. Instead of thinking like, oh man, if El Salvador actually succeeds, that means that like this space continues to keep on growing and it continues to open up doors. And it just won't be just Bitcoin either. Like maybe some of these countries will bring on more or allow more or adopt more of these legitimate protocols that we have in this space. But we don't think that way. We like this tribalistic atmosphere that we created about 2 to 3 years ago, where we wear our favorite team colors. Like it's almost like everybody logs on to NFLshop.com to get their favorite fucking jersey here.
Well, yeah, I definitely log on to NFLshop.com If you know what, no, I'm not gonna say that because guess why? NFL ain't paying me no more. But hey, shout out to my homeboy Troy Vincent, NFL Operations VP. Congratulations on yet another season of fuckery in the NFL. But that's something different. That's something different. Hey, Baltimore Ravens, when are y'all gonna give Lamar Jackson his extension? It's bullshit.
You know why? You know
Why?
why they haven't given him an extension?
Why? They want to wait till after he plays Flacco? I'm sorry.
No, you know the deeper issues than that. But
He's in Baltimore. Because he
besides
runs
being
the
in
ball.
Baltimore, like, come on, the dude, like, you're not paying this guy anyway. I got a question. We'll save that for tomorrow. I mean, Monday's show.
Monday show to see how he does against Flacco.
Billy Zoomer has a question for you, and he goes, I don't know, it's a statement and question. How is it that you're overlooking Cardano as the largest POS network? And have you forgotten about the meetings Charles has had with government officials about blockchain and cryptocurrency? I think Cardano has a better chance for government adoption than the seriously flawed chain like Ethereum. How do you really think the merge will be successful? That was a question to you, Mr. Akil Patterson.
Well, it can be a question to me, and I'm going to say, thank you for your question, number one. And secondly, Charles doesn't care about which one he is. He got another theory. What did Charles say? I'm still a billionaire. That's basically what he said. He said, I'm still a
The
billionaire.
he's asking you, why aren't you looking at Cardano and
No, I
mentioning
didn't.
Cardano
No, it's not.
and
We're
Total
not looking
Thing?
at it. No, I have Cardano. We've got Cardano, and it's not something that we're shy about.
But why aren't we looking at Cardano as the solution? And why are we looking at a flawed system like Ethereum, he's stating?
Well, first off, we're not looking at things. So what we do here is we talk about subjects, right? And Ethereum is what we're talking about because Ethereum is doing the merge to proof of stake. So, and they're moving from proof of work. So that is fine. The fact that they're doing that is why we're commenting on it. If Cardano, which again they're doing a lot of work. I know Charles met with some minority investors, and I really mean minority investors. He's working with some young African American men who are looking to purchase land, large amounts of land, to build communities. Like that was just something that Charles is doing, and he's working with them. So I respected him. His former personal assistant just launched another cryptocurrency. Like again, I'm watching what's going on over there. But when we're sitting here right now, we're responding to what the market is doing. And so we can talk about Cardano. If you've got some information on Cardano, if Cardano is like doing some newsworthy stuff, sure, bring it up. We'll talk about it. But it's not like we're not looking at it, is what I'm saying. And yes, Charles is part of the blockchain pack. There's a pack of blockchain investors who are giving money to political candidates that are, backing cryptocurrency regulation. So there is a pack that he's part of, and that's one reason he's talking and having these conversations. And they're having parties at their houses because they're part of a pack. They're giving money to politicians. That's how this game works. So we're not looking at it. We're simply just talking about what the issues are as they come up, because that's what we do here at G Media. We talk about it. We're not just going to fabricate stuff as we go along.
I honestly, when I think of Cardano, what disappoints me about Charles is that he's an extremely intelligent dude. There's no doubt about that. I think we can all agree. Just don't like the way he shits on everything. So everything else is trash, but Cardano is like fucking, you know, it is the pedestal that you want to go ahead and hit, and that to me, like, when he comes on and he just trashes like shit in the space, that turns me off, because you haven't done jack shit with Cardano for you to go ahead and talk about anything else in this space. I'm just saying. I'm again just my take on, you know, I mean, if he had something that was actually running, and I'm not saying that Cardano isn't running, but I'm talking about if you had people literally building on top of Cardano, like really building, and like you had this monster on your hands, then I can understand you being so arrogant as fuck and talking about these subjects, or or at least trashing people, which I don't think you should be trashing anybody within the space that's legitimately building something.
I think Cardano's doing okay. I agree with you. I think that Charles is very critical of projects, but sometimes that's good. I think he's building himself as like someone that people can kind of seek for education, information. I know he was like warning people about Doge. He's like, is that sustainable? I don't know. And then it went to like he was doubting it at like a few cents, and then it went to near $1. But he definitely can come off as maybe negative, like, but he did criticize a lot of stuff, the lockdowns. He was against the lockdowns, and he voiced his complaints about that. He talked about some controversial stuff. He even says like, "Hey, what's going to happen to the project if I die? Oh, it'll still be fine." I was surprised the brand. There's a website we reported on it on Gokhshtein. There's a website that tracks all the brand, like how it's perceived by the public, brand likability, and Cardano was the top in terms of branding. So they're doing something right.
Cardano branding, really?
Yeah, it was number one. Yeah.
Who's branding Cardano?
Just in terms of everything, like the brand, the vision, everything. They would benchmark companies like Disney and what have you, and like they also had a crypto section. Yeah, Cardano was at the top of the list for crypto.
Really? Like that somebody was high. Like Alex, honestly, somebody was high.
Yeah,
hold on, that came from us?
Yeah, you know what? I'll find it and I'll pin it to the top so you can take a look.
Man, whoever wrote that article, do not agree. I do not agree with them. Like that, one of our employees.
It was like a case study. It wasn't even like one person's opinion. It's like a case study, and they study brands and cryptocurrencies.
I was about to say, I'm just saying that, like, if it came from us, if that was somebody from our staff who wrote that, like, they need to be drug tested. Cardano and marketing.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I honestly, those two words don't even make. That's like water. Give me a good peanut butter and garlic.
Peanut butter and cheese. It's disgusting. Never heard of it. Yeah, never heard of peanut butter and cheese, and I don't want it.
He's so against. Charles himself has stated that he's so against branding and marketing. He's like, we don't need to brand and market. People will come to our network. How arrogant can you be?
That's big. That's big time fucking arrogance. That's bigly. And everyone that says that, they're like, we don't need it. It's like, but you get it. Like, that's the whole point. And I think that's one reason why. Actually, there's a very smart guy, Jeremy Padwar, who I had on my shows before when I was doing another show on G Media. Jeremy says there is an approach where you don't need marketing and branding if you have it built into your company. Like, that means your company becomes part of the community. The community is constantly working, and they're always like interacting with you. So you don't need as much marketing and branding, but you do at some point need to market and brand it if you're going to onboard people outside of that industry. And so that's what he needs to do, is that, hey, if you're going outside of this industry, that's why, shout out to Binance, all right, CZ, who's Canadian, by the way, not Chinese even, like he's been in Canada for over 30 years. He calls himself Canadian. CZ
also, so he's been through it all.
He's worked at McDonald's. He said he went out after one of the top names in the industry. He went after The Weeknd, and they were like, yo, this is what we're going to do now. They had gone so long without marketing or branding that they were like, look, we're at a point now where we can do this, and we need to. We got to do it big time. The same way with all the crypto exchanges. You saw in the last year, they started to put themselves on stadiums and billboards and marketing. So these are all things they're doing. So, yeah, Charles right now may not need it, but at some point, if they're going to scale and onboard people for mass adoption, you need marketing and branding. So the felonious bullshit that people are playing right now, that ain't true. You need it. You got to have it. And if you're interested, you can come over here to G Media with it. That's not financial advice. That's just a shameless plug.
I don't know who has their hand up. Who had their hand up? I guess
Blue Collar.
Blue Collar. Okay, Blue, what's going on, man?
Hey, thanks, guys. Man, I'm just going to throw this out there. Just because I think it's going to be a topic for time to come here, and possibly a good topic, interesting topic. But a lot of us found Luna in different ways. I wasn't an investor in the tech before. We were just having a late night fun room, being silly, and the Luna crash took place. And people came in, they told their stories. People talking about wanting to harm themselves. So we turned on the charts. First time I looked at it, and we traded for about 72 hours straight. Took like an hour and a half nap, and we brought money back to the community. From that date to now, nobody's been exit liquidity because that's back when there were 6 zeros and the 5 zeros and the 4 zeros. But the reason why I should probably take notice there might be disruption is the short time that we were here in this room. I mean, it went from 47 to tangling with 56. And, Ether, Bitcoin running sideways. So I want to add something to anyone that might be thinking about Luna because I have a little bit of fear. I like to watch where the money comes in and where it goes out. It's kind of funny when you get a big giant chart spike, the market drops, Uniswap goes up 7%, then all of a sudden now, Luna's got millions and millions and millions of dollars circulating through it. It's not by chance. You can track through utility. But we're looking at it, if people get involved, my fear as an investor, and I should probably clarify, I'm a trader. I trade. I don't like getting stuck in a position. I don't recommend anybody take this. And, there will be plenty of Kool-Aid rooms that are going to tell you mathematical, impossible achievement. You can't achieve it. But for the sake of the matter, my fear for those that are drinking the Kool-Aid to share this with people because I want to speak highly of what's taking place, but yet again, not encourage anyone to take risks that are beyond the risk tolerance level. My fear is that they're going to come in, make this throw, wipe it down, re-introduce that liquidity and start Ether and Bitcoin just before the merge. So that's what I'm watching for. So I have to agree with you, David. You said a while back, it's definitely not a holding position. But I have a hunch, and it's just a hunch. It's going to be a topic for a little while. And we're all going to be scratching our heads. But yet again, what you're warning people of, I would have to agree, that's probably the inevitable endgame of this. Regardless if it has its own blockchain, regardless if you have projects that are now saying that they're interested, and when they get to a certain situation supply, they're going to hop back on board. I mean, all that is lip service until it's said and done. The only thing we know in crypto for real is ready to channels and what you're looking at live as it happens in terms of the history. Anything outside of that is speculation. So, I just want to say to people in the room, you're going to hear a lot about it. Make your own decision. But yet again, it's a super risky play in my opinion. Regardless, I'm fully saturated in the play. I mean, I was up until 3, 4 in the morning last night trading this, and just to wake up and do it again. But yeah, that's kind of, you're going to bump into some people that are putting efforts into it that are unorthodox. It's not going to be opium. And it's more or less out of sympathy because you have the ability to get back to the community and help those that did lose so much money. Will it go back to 118 or whatever it was? No way in hell. Just my opinion.
I'll say that I think charts are probably more dangerous than anything else within this community because half the people that come into this industry are first time investors and they have absolutely no clue what they're fucking looking at. I can put up a chart right now and make it look so lovely, and people will be like, wow, this is sexy. This looks good. I should go into whatever this thing is. And then all of a sudden, it's just, they're left literally holding bags of shit. I think charts are the most dangerous things within this space. Period. Nobody knows what a fucking RSI is. Nobody knows what a MACD is. Ask somebody new in this space. Ask somebody brand new who comes into this space, first time investor. Ask them what an RSI is. I want to hear their answer. Literally, ask them what an RSI is. They'll probably tell you it's Richard Sherman.
The other opinion, which has more utilities, taking room in the profit.
I'd say probably. Holy shit! Nah, let's see. Shit. You know why? Because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have two communities come after me. Yet, you know what? Yet, the conversation is not. Nobody's saying anything wrong here. That's the problem. The thing about having conversations, that's gone. You can't have conversations anymore because people get too sensitive about having a conversation because you don't agree with the narrative. It means that you're flooding something. But please tell me, we had Jeremiah from Safe Moon who would come into these rooms and tell me that John is the next Elon Musk and that Safe Moon is the next Tesla and SpaceX.
Jeremiah was smoking crack because John is the child of two fucking government CIA agents. Like, I don't care what that dude says ever. Like, period, point blank. On top of that, Jeremiah also, like, he's talking gibberish to me 80% of the time. Yeah, it is.
I mean, I don't want to shit on him.
I'm not shitting on him directly. I'm just saying you cannot believe. Look, you can believe in whatever you want to believe.
No, Akil, it's as soon as somebody says, like, the project's 5 months old and somebody says this is the next SpaceX, Tesla, and John is the next Elon, that's when you're like, you should be out. You should, like, run. Like,
Because it's insane. It's
if there were a
insane.
project even if there's a project that's 2 years old in this space and they talk that shit, I'm out. Can you say, hey, we have ambitions to be like this? Okay, I take you more seriously because those are goals. And if you have goals, God bless. But to say that, no, there's within the 100% full guarantee this will be as good or bigger as those two companies. Oh my God. Like, I can't get out of Safe Moon because I like you said earlier, I continue to pay on these reflections and shit. I mean, at this point, if I go ahead, I would take a massive L to get out of the project. So yeah, they got me in.
So I'm just gonna say this, and I don't want to spend too much time on them because again, it's worthless. But the Safe Moon community, although it's very large, there are people that are like, oh, reflections have never been done it before. Yo, what the fuck do you think APY is? Like, what do you think? What do you think interest is? Like, what do you think dividends are? Like, it's been done before. Oh, but not at this rate. No, not at a rate where they're giving you 1 billion worthless tokens every day. Of course, you're fucking gigging and it's something great. And all you're ending up doing is you're funding someone else's dream. ICO stands for Independent Cockle Universe because you are sitting there while other people are getting funded and you're watching them screw you over sometimes.
Akil, what did you drink today, man? You chose violence this morning.
What?
Yo, I'm telling you, man. That's why
you got smoke for everybody. The government, the ICO developer, everybody can get into it.
I mean, tell me where I'm wrong, and I'm happy to shut my mouth.
No, I don't think Luna or Terry Classic is like anything but a DJ play. But at the same time, we're talking about it, so I think that's how meme tokens work, right? Whether we say good things or bad things, as long as they get the attention, then how the price goes up.
meme coins have a better game plan than whatever Luna Classic is doing.
Yeah,
literally. Like,
yeah, you're right. At least some of them are honest. Like, yo, we're gonna be like Elon's dog. Like,
how about we're building a rocket of Elon's face on it and we're sending it to fucking Mars. Like, okay, I guess they found the utility. They found the use case. The fuck did Luna Classic find? Nothing.
How do you do it, bro?
Lying this morning, bro. I can't believe what I just stepped into. Akil, you was going like, no, you absolutely 100% correct. But bro, you killing me, bro. This is hilarious. But it's so much accuracy and truth that sometimes the truth appears and can
They're
come
off.
off funny, but in all reality is though, like man, these guys were really smoking crack, bro, and they trying to sit here. I'm just being honest, bro. Like they had to be, bro, because how could they ever expect anything out of just sitting here trying to comfort like, oh yeah, Elon's in our group chats, he's doing this. No, he's not. That's not fucking Elon, bro. That's definitely a bot on Telegram, bro. Like, nah, bro.
Yo, I'm crying.
Yo, you remember that back in the day? We're like, oh, that's definitely Elon. I'm like, yo, I'm sure Elon's got a burner account. I'm sure. Listen, Shaq got a burner account. We know Shaq got a burner account for real. Like he was talking to us on his burner account, didn't even know it one time. Like, so people got burner accounts, but it's just the craziness that comes with it. It's like, yo, your project ain't worth it. Stop trying to make it something that is not. Look, I posted it yesterday. I'll tell you this again. If you don't have some decent fundamentals, I'm not saying the project's got to be perfect, but tell me what it is you're trying to do. To this day, I still don't know what the fuck Safe Moon was doing. Somebody was like, oh, we've got a wallet. Everybody's got a fucking wallet. And that shit took forever to come out. It took forever. Forever. Sorry, Miss Jackson. That shit wasn't for real.
Oh my god. Yo, I really got you lit up this morning, bro. Oh my god. Holy shit, you are going in.
I told you, David, David and I had a long talk, folks. A long talk. Like homeboy to homeboy, friend to friend. And I was like, David, I gotta be me. And David's like, yo, you are better when you're you. Not holding back, just going, like just being yourself. That's why we became friends. Because I didn't have a filter. No filter still. We're still going to do the same thing. We're bringing you good content. We're going to make sure we give interviews that actually matter. And we're going to bring up subjects that are going to hit communities. Because guess what? We are not one single community. We are a united community here. And the bottom line is if I don't have to like Hector to make sure that I want Hector to win. Hector, I'm only using you because sometimes you piss me off, but it doesn't mean I hate you. It's like, yo, I want everybody to win. And that means we got to get in each other's face sometimes. And it's like being in high school. I don't know if the dudes in here might remember, and the girls too. Sometimes you got to fight your best friend to know that's your best friend. Because then you know exactly how tough they are, how they're going to roll with you. I have fought people in the OMI community. I have fought people in the Bitcoin community. I have fought people in the Ethereum community. At the end of the day, you ride with your homies. You ride with the people who ride with you. And that's why we're here, because we want to see those communities succeed. And if there's a community that I get into later on, David's in Bored Apes, right? Why did he get into Bored Apes? He told you, not because of the value financially, it's the value socially that it produces, that he gets access to people that he normally wouldn't have access to. That's why Franklin got 60 goddamn Bored Apes.
No, no. This motherfucking Franklin, he ain't trying to network with anybody. Like, who the fuck gets 60? You got 65 fucking apes. You sell half that. You don't got money. Yo, he's the type of dude that's going to end up with 65 apes that are worthless in the next 10 years.
Well, no. So remember, he's already made money. He's bought some of his apes back at half the value he sold them for.
Great. But by the way, I said this. I don't know. It was a few days ago. That by the way, D-Gods, Frank, all those people that I shouted you guys out about Solana. I haven't said a bad thing about Solana. I actually said that Solana owes a check to Frank, the guy who created, fucking.
They definitely owe Frank a check, man. Without Frank, man,
yeah, I mean, they should send him a $10 million signing bonus, just for literally giving Solana a better image. Literally, you got to give him a $5 to $10 million signing bonus. Exactly. One AP, I agree with you 100%. Give him an Adidas, Nike type of endorsement. Boom. Get him the Solana khakis. Get him the Solana khakis and the polo shirt. Give him $10 million because he saved Solana's image. For the time being, he saved Solana's image with D-God. I'm out here giving credit. We're talking credit. Yo, how come this motherfucker Franklin gets accepted to the university? His application gets accepted. My ass don't get it. I would have never flipped a U or whatever the shit is called. I would have never flipped it. If you guys know me and NFTs, yo, you gotta push me to sell this shit. I'll sit on this shit forever. Ask anybody that knows me. That's me. And yet Franklin gets a U and flips it within 2 days. Literally flips it. And
To buy another,
two birds and puts
to buy another ape.
Here. Like, fuck y'all, I got some more bored apes. Now what? Ride on me.
Did he buy a mute? I think he bought a mute.
He bought something.
He brought another ape. He went with the ape.
Yeah, he got another ape.
He got you know what he said? He's like, yo, these apes are on discount. Fuck you. I'm flipping this shit and getting apes. That's what he really wanted to say, but he didn't have the balls to say it, so I'm saying it. I'm flipping this. You think I would have flipped it? Absolutely not. But yet, where's my application? You know what my application is? In the fucking trash. Yet I'm still repping. I feel like I'm Tupac right now. Riding for the West. Man, this shit got me lit and heated. I'm out here, D-Gods. I'm liking D-Gods. I love the community. I still do. I love this shit. This shit is fire. They can potentially go ahead and take over the bored apes because of the community, just alone on the community. I'll go ahead and buy some Solana khakis and a polo with Solana on it.
Yeah, man, they gotta get Frank that endorsement, man. They gotta go ahead and do that. So we need to do that.
100%. AP, yo, if they do not give this man $10 million, yo, like, honestly, he should leave to Ethereum. Like, if they do not give him, yeah, like, if I don't, but
all I gotta say is he needs to move over to Ethereum, maybe a L2, maybe put it on Immutable X. I don't know. I'm just throwing out things there.
If he does not get $10 million, as you know what? Up that shit. Yo, Frank, contact me. I'll be your agent. If he ain't getting 20 million, he's out. We looking at the next chain. Who's the chain? Which chain? Which chain is going to give us 30 million?
Ethereum. We got you, baby. We love you on Ethereum. Yeah.
Talk about your project, but come over here to Ethereum, baby. We got you, Frank.
Yo, you know what would be dope? You know what would be dope? Let's just say it. Let's say it all out loud. I'm gonna say it out loud. Yuga Labs can buy other things too. I mean, they bought a lot of things. They can buy others. D-Gods, are they up next?
Nah, I think Franklin is like, yo, fuck Yuga Labs. We got Dust Labs over here, man.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say that, David, but Brett, would you rather look? You can have 3%.
Yo, nah. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not even fucking kidding when I say this. I'd rather be a part of the D-God community than the bored apes. I'm gonna tell you why. When I wanted to go get myself a bored ape, and I got a bored ape, right? I shouldn't be saying this, right? But when I wanted to go get myself a bored ape, when I went into the Discord room, you know how they treated me? Like shit.
They treat you like you get treated on that basketball court. They break your ankles and
wait, hold on, bro. We'll talk about that next time. Ain't nobody broke my ankle. I broke my own ankle. Ain't nobody broke I landed. I did Derrick Rose blocking somebody's shot and landed on my ankle.
like I fuck with a lot of apes, but at the same time, bro, like if they treat you like that, you should sell that shit. Go shoot the fucking D-Gods.
But AP, here's the thing: the Bored Apes. The reason why I am not selling is because the Bored Apes gives me access to events where major players come, and I have the opportunity to speak to them. Not saying that I can't get a hold of these people, but it will probably take me 6 to 8 months versus me hearing about, oh, there's a Bored Ape, Mutant Ape type of party only invite, Yuga Labs. If you got a Bored Ape or any type of ape within our ecosystem, you can go ahead and come to this event. Now I get to meet whoever it is. Who knows? Maybe Justin Bieber's there. I ain't saying I'm a Justin Bieber fan, but maybe Justin Bieber and me can connect, and I connect with his agent, and I don't know. There's something with G Media that can be done with Justin Bieber. I don't know. Maybe he makes a song for fucking G Media. I don't have a clue. I'm just throwing it out there. But
Like, I get that whole part. Like that's definitely one of the main use cases that I've been seeing with the board apes. Like rubbing shoulders with the light brown. That's about it.
but if we're talking about a crowd and we're talking about people that are inviting you in, D Gods does that. That community. When I went ahead and put the tweet out there, like I'm looking into D Gods, the amount of people that DM me and like were vibing, like the vibe was just like it was so different, especially right now during this bearish market. People are just spiteful and nasty and throwing salt, and people are like just mad and like they want to just take it out on somebody. They want to hit check somebody into the boards, whatever the case may be. Blow somebody up right in the middle of the field while they're not looking, with the quarterback just lays the ball in the wrong place, kind of thing.
I call that stalk blocking. I'm going to stalk you down the field and blow your shit fuck up. Boom! Don't get blindsided.
I'll say this though, but I don't agree with Jessica's assessment, because Jessica went out there, and I think she probably talked about it on Crypto and Crack or Corpy, whatever she called that show, that airs at 10 a.m. on Fridays Eastern Standard Time. She went out there and said that every single holder, every single person who holds any sort of ape from Yugo Labs is obnoxious and feels some sort of entitlement.
I can say from personal experience, people I've met who hold an ape were some of the brightest, most empathetic, kindest people I've ever met.
Same here, man. Like the apes I know.
That's just an anecdote BS. Like that's just.
I can't. I couldn't believe that Jessica went ahead and made that comment that like all Bored Ape or Mutant Ape or Kettle or other side meta cats who hold these things are arrogant and feel entitled.
You know what? I'm going to invite Jess up. Jess, you are more than welcome to come on up here and defend your logic. As my friend, I want to make sure I give you space for that. But if not, then I would encourage you to block your DMs, because them. Oh, there she is. Here she is. What up, Jess? How you doing, sis? And what did you really say? Because before David gets you into a fight with somebody for no reason. No, we can hear you. We can hear you.
What's up with it?
Hey, what's up? I didn't say that at all. It's in my timeline. You can go read my tweet. I said some. I did not say all dog holders and all baby YC and all NYC, but you said it, David. Like the vibe is different. The community is different. Obviously, BAYC has seen a lot of growth, and I feel like some people took that to the head. And hopefully we don't see the same movement or vibe change, and whatever the next big energy topic is going to be, whether it's T-Dots or like, I mean, we had the guy that was like, you don't have 100K, you don't talk to me. Like, we've seen the same things over and over again with some people in that community. That's just like,
Yo, I don't know. I kind of respect whoever said if you don't got 100, then like, please don't add me.
That's my boy Justin said that, bro. He's hilarious, bro. That's why I'm checking in because he's been texting me, bro. Time, laughing. That's why I'm dying. And then it feels like it's 9 or 50 to 30, bro. Dead.
But Jessica did say that right now she's backtracking.
No, it's on my timeline. I tweeted it. Everybody can go see
No.
it.
Forget about just the tweet. He was in the Solana room saying like death to Yuga Labs.
I never said that.
Listen,
Stop.
keep it 100. Yo, Dal, were you in that room when she was like, I'm sure Daniel and Dal were in that room where she was like, death to Yuga Labs.
I'm too close to play, so I'm going to be super biased and say I never heard that. Never.
Wow,
I
that
always hear good things about the 48. I think you try to move the target of you back. I understand that.
I'm so
Nah, you just scared of Jess.
Yeah, he's scared. Number one, he's
Scared of Jess.
Bro, he's a co-host on our show. So what is he gonna say? He ain't gonna say the truth.
Yeah, you talking about that show on Friday, Solana and Coffee?
Yeah, it's not no longer crypto and coffee because you don't talk about crypto anymore. Well, you do talk about crypto, but it's only about Solana. So it's Solana and coffee.
Cause she got that Solana phone. She does like I'm moving on up. She's like the Jeffersons over there. She's walking up the stairs with like Wheezy. Jefferson, just to move on up. She went from koi fish to sharks in her backyard. She's got like,
my God.
she got rid of the koi fish. She's like, yo, I bought me like 3 live sharks, and now she just throws all the trash back there and they just eat it.
Yo, she's addicted. I don't think those koi fish die like naturally.
Yo, somebody stole her koi fish. She said there's one missing. Is they either ate it or somebody stole it.
Yo,
they just come over with a giant trash bag and just scoop the koi fish out the pond. And they throw it in the back of a flatbed.
Yo, that's a redid. That's some degen shit right there. Like, yo, I got to get my fix of crypto. So what Jess did in the middle of the night is she stole her own koi fish, reported it missing.
Yeah. I saw. Yeah. Yo. She said she saw a bunch of Florida men pull up in a black caravan and jump over the fence and grab the koi fish. They had the tanks ready in the back of the van.
Just so she could go and say, I'm going to need that check. And if you can give it to me in Ethereum, please, so I can go buy me some more NFTs. But no, look, honestly, Jess is a real one. She keeps it real. She was very clear in her language. We might be playing right now, but the truth is Jess did say some. And she's right. There are some, like I told you, Jess, I was in that room with you that one time where that dude with the Bored Ape was like, listen, hey, you guys should listen to me because I have a Bored Ape. And who the fuck was that guy? Like, he wasn't even like, oh, when did you get it? Today. At the height, like you paid like $2 million. Get the fuck out of here,
bro. You just said it like Conor McGregor. Who the fuck is that? You just like turned around. Like, who the fuck is that?
It's the wrestler in me, man. It's like, hey, get the fuck out of my face. You trash.
Listen, I know we got 4 minutes left before we end the show. 4 minutes we have left. Obviously, Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. We went 30 minutes overtime Thursday, sunny outside in New York here at 11:56 a.m. I don't know what is it?
8:56 on the West Coast.
And it's probably cloudy and depressing.
Actually, no. Today it's going to be another beautiful day out here. Hey, everybody in California, listen. My prayers are with you. Fix your grid. Fix your fucking grid. Get some water down there. It's hot as shit. Like, California can't run their air conditioning after 4 p.m. They can't run their air conditioning. You can't run your air conditioning after 4 p.m. The hottest part of the day, 5:30.
Bro, check this out, bro. My dog chewed up my air conditioner, bro. Right?
What the fuck?
Chewed this shit up, right? So this shit wasn't working already the whole fucking year. So I was tripping in the winter, right? But then summer came and like, yeah, we dying. Like, nah, not even that bad. Like, this shit is hotter than summer, bro. It's fall right now, bro, and it's hotter than summer. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, the devil took his socks off. Like, it's so fucking hot, bro. Like,
He said the devil took his. Yo,
Hey, Jess, go ahead. Go ahead, Jess. Go ahead. You had your hand up before.
No, yeah, I got to jump off. But yeah, I was going to say flex Safe Moon. I agree with everything you guys said about Safe Moon, but I did not say those things that you said about BAYC.
yo, why is everybody from the West Coast today, bro? Everybody's like fucking a part of death row, just saying like "fuck your clique."
Hey, yo, don't start no shit. There won't be no shit. But guess what? People keep starting shit. So we gonna end it.
And I'm gonna end it like this. I'm gonna tell Frank, get that check from Solana. Get your signing bonus. If you don't get that signing bonus, leave. And even if you have to go to BSV, you go do that, man. You go get that check from Hector for $30 million.
Get that check from Hector. He got you. He gonna put you on gold, bro.
Yo, yo, here you go. Ready? We're gonna give some BSV some shine. You imagine if D Gods went over onto BSV? People would actually know about BSV outside this room.
On that note, David.
No one has said anything about BSV to this point because of what happened yesterday.
Hector, what happened to BSV yesterday?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you want to go a little bit in depth into that.
No, thanks. So BSV broke another record by processing 35 million transactions in a 24-hour period.
Who the fuck, Hector? I love you, but who the fuck uses BSV?
So I'm saying companies are the ability to stress testing it in real time. And they're doing it.
Okay.
You don't need name, Hector. Give us names.
Relay was one. The Mint was one. And Cash, obviously. Yeah, just companies doing their thing and who trying to break it. Exactly. They're all who. Come on. Now, let's talk about all the thousands of Ethereum ERC20 tokens, right? You got who then also.
Hector, I'm giving you a game plan. Contact Frank. Offer him $10 million. Because if Solana didn't yet, oh my God. Literally, if Frank brought his project and the people that come with that project onto BSV, I'm telling you, BSV people would know what BSV is.
How are you doing?
No, but you have a
I'm
chance.
doing really well. Yeah, I got my home office all set up last time, so I feel like that's a win.
I'm just saying, if I'm Frank right now,
That's great.
before we get off the air, if I'm Frank right now, and Solana did not send me at minimum, $10 million for having, number one, cleaned up the image, because right now, we ain't talking about Solana breaking down. Like, we are not talking about that. We are talking about D-Gods, Utes, how do I get on the list? We are talking about the project building on Solana. And we are talking less about it breaking down. If you are not sending, and with the amount of VCs in that project, if you are not sending this man $10 million right now, or if you didn't send him $10 million as a signing bonus and sign him to some 5-year contract, at minimum $5 million per year.
Well, David, on that note, I've got to get going. I got a new meeting coming up here. So I appreciate everybody. And as always, I'm going to go. David, you can stick around. But remember, folks, you all have a great day and an even better tomorrow. And also, go fuck yourself, Safe Moon.
Yeah, fuck yourself, Safe Moon, and peace out, Akil.
Damn. That's how you leave it? Wow. Okay. I'll say that, I'm just trying to be cordial here because unlike Akil, I'll be the one who will get literally crucified and stoned to death by the Safe Moon community. When really, in all reality, I don't.
Oh yeah, bro. The memes will be up soon as you close this space,
bro. I don't dislike the Safe Moon community themselves. I think there's a lot of cool people in there. I
totally agree with you. Like, I feel like a lot of them just got really taken advantage of, and they were just blinded because they had them fucking lights in their eyes and they couldn't see what was going on.
It's just unfortunate that, unfortunately, Safe Moon was their first cryptocurrency. If you want to, it was there first. And now, like, but you see now, like, there are a bunch of safe mooners that are moving out. What the ones that I talk to, they're moving out, and a lot of them. Shout outs to the ones that DM me.
A lot of them are pretty good strategic traders, bro. Like actually, bro, that now, like they have learned their lesson. I know a lot of them that have learned from that and are moving out, or they're doing other things. You know what I'm saying, outside of safe.
But shout outs to the ones that hit me up and said that, yo, you were right to ask those questions. Yeah, I was right to ask those questions. You know why? Because it's my money. When you give me your money to invest with, I won't ask any questions. I'll go right in. You give me your money, I'll go into anything you want and I'll shut the F up. But if it's my money, I am going to ask questions. I am going to do research. You guys told me, and I always say this, you guys said, oh, be open-minded. How about you look at these meme tokens? Well, I went into 10 meme tokens, had a Kishu work out for me. Kishu really worked out for me. And my favorite is Kuma, which is in a coma. Okay, they should change the name to Coma. In a coma.
Like, they really should. And somebody I don't know who it is, bro. Somebody in the group keeps sending me these little weird invites in Telegram, bro. And I know it's like, bro, like nobody, I don't know, bro.
Run.
Yeah, I don't trust it, bro.
But on that note, just want to give a shout out to everybody this week on a serious note. Obviously, we've gone in a different direction. I wouldn't say a different direction. We've upped our game on the breakdown. The breakdown just started off as, I would say, a pilot. And it grew into episode 55, which has obviously this week brought on, starting this week, it brought on Akil Patterson, who works for G Media. And we did have that conversation with Akil. I did have it with him. He stated it, so I'll finish it. I said, Akil, you got to be yourself, man. Like, stop holding back. Like, be you, man. I love when you're just like you. I love it when you just speak freely about shit that's on your mind, because I remember when we first met up in spaces, and like you were just like literally saying what you felt, and I appreciate that. That's why, like, in my spaces, I try to bring up people. Some of the people that are up here usually don't get a microphone elsewhere. I like to give people the microphone that I don't agree with, because like you hear two sides instead of just one side and a fucking kumbaya session where everybody's holding each other's what. There are ladies in the room. Don't make me say it. There are ladies in the room, so I stop myself. At the last minute, I put full stop, emergency brake on to stop myself from saying it. But at the end of the day, I love where this show is going. I love what we're doing. Shout outs to the community for giving us this opportunity on the platform to do it. We are growing. We're growing on YouTube. Shout outs to everybody on YouTube watching me as I continue to throw up hand gestures like a real New Yorker would. Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch us on the breakdown, talking about the latest trends that are happening within crypto, Web3, and even outside of this entire industry. Fridays we take off because Friday is my day. I get to relax and chill out, maybe do some research, maybe to get in and ape into something while listening to, and I always give a shout out to Crypto and Coffee and that show, that spin-off, no, I'm kidding, that show, hosted by Jessica, who is an extreme Ethereum hater, hates Ethereum, hates Yuga Labs, loves to shit on, literally loves to shit on Ethereum. But shout outs to her and her co-host Tammy. Shout outs to Tammy, along with Dow Chemist, who I think is now, Dow, are you co-hosting this week again? Is it like, are we finally gonna have a co-host for?
I got my coffee cup ready.
Oh, you got it.
I'm getting coffee ready.
Okay.
I love this show, so even if I was a co-host, I wanted to be a co-host. So I'm just happy to be there every Friday.
So now, finally, there is a co-host besides Tammy, who has gone 2 weeks straight as a co-host on that show. because we all know how difficult Jessica is. You know, others have tried, and they haven't conformed to her ways, and they've been thrown off. So, congratulations, Dow. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what Tammy's doing. Maybe you guys are spiking her coffee, but you're doing things to keep yourselves out there. But guys, tune in to that show. They do drop a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of alpha. There's a lot of good. Honestly, there's a lot of good conversation in that room. So check them out, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as they break down the entire industry. And I know that she has her stuff on Spotify, so you can catch the whole entire crew on Spotify as well. So on that note, it is Thursday. It is like 12:06 or 12:08. I can't see the time from here. 2020 vision is not working when the lights are in your face while you're doing YouTube. Just want to give a shout out to everybody that did join in this entire week. The support, thank you. The merchandise, it's coming. It will be up, and once it's up, I will let you guys know. But on that note, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay off of the computer for one day and go enjoy life. Just go enjoy life. Go speak to somebody. Even if they motherfucker you, just go speak to somebody. On that note, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great weekend.
And thanks for having this space, bro.
Thank you, AP.
Bro, everybody here, you know what I mean? You stepped out, DeFi, Alex, Blue, King Gas, and I see you. Everybody here, Tammy. Peace out.
Shout out to everybody, too. Just a rundown. DeFi, Dow, AP, Blue Collar dropping it. Tammy, I see January down there. All the, I can't see anybody else. Crypto God Wave, that dude, shout outs to you. Damn, like I can't, like everybody who tunes in, man, I love you guys. On that note, again, I'm out. Shout out to Alex also. He left, but shout out to him as well. Oh, and I forgot. Yo, I was about to leave this entire thing wide open. I was about to take off my pants. You imagine I was about to take off my pants? Damn, would have showed the entire space my birthday suit. But I wanted to also thank everybody who's tuned in to the YouTube channel as we do the breakdown Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Really, really, really humbled that you are giving us the opportunity to be seen, giving us a platform, acknowledging that we do call it as it is, and enjoying the content that we present to you guys. Feel free to DM me at any time at David Gokhshtein, at David Gokhshtein on Twitter, at David Gokhshtein on Instagram, at David Gokhshtein on TikTok. Basically, it's all at David Gokhshtein. So if it's verified and it says David Gokhshtein, you found me. So on that note, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be producing some content to drop out there. Shout out to everybody, especially the community. The community, I got much respect for you. We might not agree about, some of these cryptocurrencies. I might not see what you see, but ultimately, I want you to win. It's not that I don't. It's just that I view crypto differently. I just view crypto differently, and I hope you can respect that. On that note, I am out.